Here we go. What's going on? We are here. We are in the quarterfinals, Class 1A, 6 p.m. here in Des Moines, Iowa, Wells Fargo Arena. I am Worm Buffelli alongside Jimmy Schusler. Boar, what's happening, brother?
What's up, Worm? We got the OG Boar in the house. We got the 1A quarterfinals and second round consolations coming in hot. 6 p.m. on a Thursday night, Des Moines, Iowa, the 2024 Iowa High School State Wrestling Championships, and we're ready to wrestle.
I'm excited, brother. Here we go. We got Class 1A. We're doing consolations first round here. Guys that got beat last night, they're wrestling right now. If they win, they advance on later tonight. When we move in, look over here on mat 5 right away. There's a fall, 13
Boom.
seconds.
They're calling quick pins, dude, quick pins.
Looks like it was Max Millage out of Earlham.
It's go time, man.
Getting the win there.
No holding back now. We got another young man on his back, Justice Norman and Aaron Schrum out of West Sioux.
Big fall
Two
there.
Two freshmen. And that's what it is, Worm. If you lost yesterday, you're wrestling here tonight.
Gotta wrestle here, man. Like this is not clipping time here.
Hot cakes and syrup chiming in. Here we go. That's right. Here we go. Mat 1, we got Jesus Lara, Clayton Ridge Jr. He's going against Avery Vasic from Underwood, a sophomore. Mat 2, we got Eli Reeb from Alta Aurelia. Eli Reeb already off to a hot start. 5-0 over Connor Sullivan of Nashua Plainfield. Mat 3, we've got Hunter Hodina, the BGM Brooklyn athlete. He's a freshman, taking on Quentin Smith, another freshman out of Hinton. Mat 4, Kingston Kerrigan out of Riverside, Oakland. He's up 2-0 against Reed Louderman, the sophomore from Pekin Packwood. Mat 5, Brock Neighborgall, the freshman, against Preston Province out of West Sioux, Harwoodin. Davin Holston on mat 6 from Shenandoah, the junior, taking on Jackson Page of Alta Aurelia, another freshman with an impressive record. Jackson Page, 45-4 out of Alta.
He's up 2-0 right now here with 30 seconds into the first period.
On mat 7, Nathan Benedicts, the sophomore, against Connor Morrow of Akron Westfield. And closing out these first matches here on the first 8 mats, it's Ogden's Caleb Weiskup, the senior, taking on Caden Belinsky of Wapsie Valley, a sophomore.
We are rolling here. We got 106, 113 pounds rolling here. Like I said before, first round here, we're going to do first round consies, and then during the quarterfinals will be taking place on mat 3, 5, 4, and 6 right here in front of us. They'll be in the middle mats, and then the backside consolation matches, they'll be going on 1, 2, 7, and 8 until the completion of the quarterfinals. And then once the quarterfinals are done, we got to flow them into those matches. We will. It's been a day so far, Boar.
It's been a day, but we're having a blast, dude.
Absolutely.
Again,
2A and 3A, they brought the heat.
I know. I think you have similar feelings, but we're just grateful to be down here.
Down here on mat 1, Jesus Lara out of Clayton Ridge catching a cradle, 2 near fall.
We talked about it yesterday. Clayton Ridge, just a tiny little town up there on the Mississippi River, way up in northeast Iowa. They're making a name up in Clayton Ridge.
I think the last day qualifier they had was Pat Bauer out of graduating class of 2004. And then over last year, they qualified 1 guy. This year, they qualified 2 guys. So they're doing good things up in Clayton Ridge. I had a couple of roommates out of Clayton Ridge that were wrestlers, and there were district qualifiers. But, you know, being with Clayton Ridge, they always seem to get paired up with like those tough schools like East Buchanan, Don Bosco, Alburnett. So every once in a while, you know, for them to get down here, that's pretty impressive. Looking like right now here, Jesus Lara, or Avery Vac of Underwood, still up 4-3 on Lara, but Lara with that cradle. Here we go on mat 3. We got a fall coming, looking like we got Jessen Burton of Woodbury Central, or out of Westward Sloan. He's looking for a fall here over Logan Pate out of Woodbury Central.
No, like I was saying, dude, it's day 2 for you and I, and excited as I was to start the morning yesterday morning at 9 a.m. It's wrestling, right? We love wrestling, so we're here. We're here for that reason. We're here to talk about these kids and what they're about to do.
The accomplishment of qualifying for the Iowa State High School Wrestling Tournament. You know, you talk to 60-year-old guys that talk about qualifying for the state tournament back in the 70s and 80s. All of a sudden, man, like, you know, it's a point of pride to qualify for the state tournament down here. But obviously, these guys want to come home with some hardware, so they're grinding through it here right now to be able to hang on that medal.
It's the same thing as 2A and 3A. These guys are putting it on the line here in 1A. There's no cease of action. We're getting right after it right away. We've already seen a couple pins.
Over
down
here on
mat 8.
Caden Belinsky out of Wapsie Valley. He's got some bars going here. He's up 4-3 with 30 seconds.
He's going to get a quick pin.
There's the fall. Wapsie Valley, just outside Cedar Falls area. I'm going to try being geographically correct during this round.
That's Belinsky, the sophomore from Wapsie Valley. He's going to go ahead and he's going to get the pinfall over Ogden's Caleb Wisecup, the senior.
If anyone on YouTube wants to comment, if there's a school that we really don't know where they're from, you can tell me where they're at in the general region. That can help us out a lot, especially these 1A schools. There's probably 3 or 4 co-op schools all together, or about 5 or 6 small towns all put together. You know, so if you can help us out there, we appreciate it. But also, if there's any matches you guys want to hear, please comment on our YouTube page here. Our live audio play is sponsored by Quint City Restorations. They've been helping us out this entire state tournament. We appreciate them. So if you guys have any matches you guys want to say or see or hear, please comment on the YouTube comments, and we'll be able to cover those matches for you.
Now wrestling on mat number 4, 113 pounds. Great Mater.
Over here on mat 1, it looks like Valak is pulling away here, 8-3 over Jesus Lara on a Clayton Ridge. Even though 8-5 is the score, Lara gets a reversal. He's still on top here. 35 seconds left here in the third. He's got to look for a cradle. He's got to look for something.
Now wrestling on mat number 3, 120 pounders. Gabe Johnson, Southwest Iowa. Ty Strode, Nottoway Valley. Johnson, the Southwest Iowa.
All right, coming up here on mat 3, we got Gabe Johnson out of Southwest Iowa taking on Tyler Strode in Nottoway Valley. Again, this is all consolations. Over here on mat 5, looks like there was a fall here on mat 5. We got
Brock
Preston Province,
the freshman out of Lone Tree, Iowa.
He's going home empty-handed. Meanwhile, Preston Province, he's going to get the win here, moving on to later on here to this evening.
The senior from West Sioux lives to fight another round.
West Sioux been one of those teams that's been pretty hot here the last couple of years. They got something good going out there out in western Iowa. A lot of those kids wrestle for Legends of Gold Wrestling.
And Joseph Randall on the feed. We appreciate the response. Bell Plain, Aiden Tim, we'll make sure to cover him. 136-pounder Gene Cook, thank you for chiming in. 138-pounder Caleb Cook, Pleasantville. We'll look for his name too and try to give you the best coverage we can. But that's what it is, guys. If you're tuning in and you want to hear about an athlete, a wrestler, maybe he's a grandson or a nephew that you want to hear about, or just a friend, let us know on that IA Wrestle live stream through their YouTube channel.
Over here on mat 6, we got a cow catcher going on here coming out of Denver. Connor McLaughlin, he's up 2-0. He's looking for the fall here. He's got plenty of time. He's got 1:15 left here. Looking to secure the fall. He was getting swipes. Now they're counting as he starts to settle through. He needs to spend less time on the arm, more on the head.
Yeah, the head and chest, right?
Well,
he's got to settle back a little bit.
He's got to reverse half on top. He needs to scoop the head.
And he does that just as you say it. That looks pretty tight.
Looking for the fall here. Still has plenty of time. He's got 42 seconds.
And he gets the pin down on mat 6.
There's the fall, mat 6.
That's Denver's Connor McLaughlin, the junior. He's going to get a pin here in the consolation round. He'll move on to consolation round 3. And then over on mat 1, same result for Aiden Fikert, the senior out of South Winneshiek. He's going to get a fall over Maxon Monat of North Tama.
We have another cradle coming up here on 4. Never mind, it's getting broken.
Carter Slager, Regina, Iowa City. Edelman, Southwest Iowa. Slager, Regina, Iowa City.
We got Carter Slager from Iowa City to Regina stepping on the mat right now with Seth Edelman out of Southwest Iowa. I want to give a shout out here real quick. Iowa City Regina, former state medalist, former assistant coach, big fan of the sport of wrestling, Kyle Beaver, one of my best friends. He is listening right now. He texted me last night, let me know that he was listening all day, so I appreciate that. Regina's, they got a little program going, especially, you know, being in Iowa City, you know, with West, City High.
They got a good group of talent to choose from.
Yeah, but Regina seems to make really good with what they have, you know, especially down in Iowa City. You know, you have a couple different big super clubs down there. You know, these kids are, a lot of these kids all know how to wrestle really well. Like, long goes the day of, like...
Not to mention, they grew up watching the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Exactly. You know, and long goes the day of, like, you know, wrestling 3 months out of the year. If you're wanting to wrestle and you want to place the state tournament, you're going to have to wrestle 9 months out of the year. At least 9 months out of the year. Over here on 6, South, looks like Southwest Iowa gets the first takedown here for Seth Edelman. He's up 2-0. He's got a half and he's got a wrist, and they go out of bounds.
Down on mat 2, Martinsdale St. Mary, Jensen Dreyer, the sophomore. He's got a strong lead, 8-1 over Christian Martinez of BGM Brooklyn. And this Dreyer sprawling good over Brooklyn's shot, Christian Martinez shot. Mat 3, we've got Gabe Johnson, the senior from Southwest Iowa. He'll go against Ty Strode of Nottoway Valley. Johnson with
down
a 5-0
here on 4,
lead.
we got a fall coming. It looked like we had a fall coming up, but
Mat 4, the next one I was ready to announce.
Looks like
Braden Meader, the senior from Southwest Valley. He's taking on Mason Knapp of West Bend Mallard. It's Meader with the 11-2 score. On mat 5, Woodbury Central, Sam Dominic, the freshman, taking on Sam Egan. 2 Sams on mat 5. Egan and Dominic. And it's Sam Egan from Sumner, Fredericksburg. Mat 6, Carter Schlegel, Regina, Iowa City versus Seth Edelman of Southwest Iowa. Mat 7, Gavin Bell, the freshman from Jessup. He's taking on Blake Irvine, the sophomore out of Don Bosco. And then mat 8, Jackson Pritchard, the senior from Westwood Sloan, taking on Kellen Oliver, the junior from Riverside Oakwood. Kellen Oliver, Oakland junior, with a 3-0 lead down on mat 8. And Oliver from Oakland, the junior, putting on a tough ride right now. Midway through the third period. Appreciate you guys tuning in on the feed.
Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 120.
I'm seeing Landers at 113-pound quarterfinal. We'll be covering that match. Don't you worry about that. Meanwhile, on mat 6, Edelman with another takedown here right at the end of the first period. He leads 4-1. As the coin gets flipped, it is going to be Regina's choice. He's going to defer. Looks like Edelman is choosing. Let's see what Regina has in store here on top.
Down on mat 4, big lift and return. That's Lincoln Edwards of West Branch, the senior.
Looks like Edelman catches the legs real high. Now Edelman has a half. He's running it forward. He's looking for the fall here. There's back points coming. He's still pretty high up. He might have to sit back and adjust his hip or adjust his chest. Looking like down at mat number 8 right now, we got Jackson Pritchard out of Westland Sloan taking on Kellen Oliver out of Riverside, Oakland. Oliver up right now 3-0. Winding out the match here at 120. We're rolling here, and that's the match. Kellen Oliver is going to take the win here for Riverside, Oakland. He advances on to later tonight during the quarterfinals.
Now wrestling on mat number 2, 120. Austin Etzel, Wilton. Jack Bartles, North Butler, Clarksville. Etzel.
Down here on mat 8.
Bartles, North Butler, Clarksville. Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 120.
We have Braxton Borman out of Central Decatur. He came into the tournament 32-2, or 32-3. Solid sophomore coming out of Central Decatur. One thing I will say about Class 1A, they love to break out the old school singlets. I'm seeing some singlets that I saw in high school that they were wearing, and some of these guys are bringing it out now, so they're at least 15 years old. So it's always kind of fun to see that get brought out of the state tournament. Here on mat 2, we got Austin Etzel. He's up 4-1 on Jack Bartles out of North Butler, Clarksville. Etzel doing a really good job. He's looking for back points here. Looking for the fall. Etzel's got cradle locked up. There's the fall for Austin Etzel out of Wilton.
He was leading 4-1, and then late in this first period here, he gets the fall, win by fall. Down there on mat 1, we got Nick Pasuti, freshman out of Interstate 35 Truro, versus Durant's Trey Rainber, a sophomore. Looks like a little blood time there.
Number 2 at 132. Logan Christoffel, West Branch. Jack Brandon.
Mat 2, we've got Austin. Check that. That's Christoffel from West Branch. And Jack Brom from down on mat 2. Mat 3, Peyton Harger out of Earlham. He's got a 7-0 lead over Max Wingert from Logan Magnolia.
Earlham, man, they've come along here this past year. All of a sudden, they're bringing a lot of guys down to state tournament. Down here on 7, we got Gavin Bell from Jessup and Blake Irvine from Don Bosco. Irvine up 12-2 on Bell. Those two have seen each other multiple times during the year. I believe they're conference foes. Looking at the team scoreboard right now, we're in Class 1A.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 132.
I'm still thinking this is a 3-dog race, but as soon as here we go, Don Bosco up 50.5 points to Wilton's 45.5. Coming up here, we got 3 and 4. I was saying it's Bosco, Wilton, and El Burnett. So don't be surprised if El Burnett's sitting at 3 or 4 right now. They've had a good run here so far. Yep, El Burnett is sitting at 37.5, and Jessup sitting at 31 in 4th place. Looking down here on Lincoln Edwards, he is currently up 5-0 out of West Branch. His dad was a state champ out of City West in the late 90s, But same time, yeah, I'd love to see it. Dad's probably sitting in the stands right now, super pumped. Again, West Branch is one of those teams right now, man, that, they've just been sneaky all year. Right now in 7th place, Nashua Plainfield with 25 points. Earlham with 23 points. And closing out 9 and 10, Logan Magnolia's got 23 points, and Wapsie Valley's got 22.5. Close out the top 10 here in points. Down on 6, we got Brody McGrath out of East Buck and Ethan Chassow out of Hinton. Chassow is up 4-1 here with a minute left here in the first period.
Senior versus a freshman down there.
Well, down on 4, back to 4, Lincoln Edwards has a cradle looking to score points here. He's got plenty of time. He's just got to take his time here to get him broken down.
And it's Edwards out of West Branch. He's got a 5-0 lead, and he's got a near side cradle. But Aiden Reeve of Alta Aurelia looking to sit into that cradle, and they call a stalemate. They'll get a fresh start here. Minute to go in the third period. A lot of good action here in the 1A session. Second round consolation. These are all consolation matches. And then we'll roll right into the quarterfinal round.
Down here on 8, we got an ear fall coming out of Riverside. Jordan Smith over Braxton Borman.
Over on mat 3, Missouri Valley's Luke Schroeder, the freshman, wrestling Christian Michaels of St. Ansgar, the senior. And it's Michaels of St. Ansgar, the senior, with a good single leg finish, running the pipe. He's got a 2-0 lead, and then Schroeder of Mo Valley with a quick escape makes it 2-1. And then Michaels right back in on a good high crotch, and he's going to get the takedown. So it's 4-1, and they stop the match for blood time.
Now wrestling on mat number
So it's
1.
Christian Michaels of St. Ansgar with a 4-1 lead on mat 3 over Luke Schroeder, the freshman from Missouri Valley. And now Michael's getting cleaned up. He's got a little blood on his face. No big deal.
St. Ansgar, home of Kittleson Beef. Barry Kittleson, the head coach. Been buying my beef there the last couple years. Down here on 2, looks like West Branch was going to walk away with a 5-0 win. With a fall, actually. So more points for West Branch coming up. Down here on 4, we got Lincoln Edwards. He's up 5-0 here in the third period. 17 seconds left. He's going to hang on here.
We're fired up here. We're ready to go.
It's been a fun day of wrestling, man, especially the 2A and 3A quarterfinals. We got to see some awesome matches. Guys are going to the freaking wire. A lot of overtime matches in 2A and 3A. Down on 4, Lincoln Edwards. He's going to walk away with that 5-0 win here for West Branch. Down on 6, we got another cradle here with Easton Shaw out of Hinton. He's up 7-1 on Brody McGrath out of East Buck. About 8 seconds left here in the second.
Over on mat 1, Owen Becerra out of Mo Valley, the freshman, and Kai Carrot, Logan Magnoli, the senior. It's the freshman and the senior, and they're knotted at 4 on mat 1.
Looks like down on 8, there's a fall possibly coming out of Riverside. Jordan Smith over Braxton Borman.
And it looks like Borman's going to fight hard to get off his back. So Jordan Smith winning 9-1 over Riverside, Oakland. Over on mat 7, Gage Burden, the junior from New London. He's wrestling Brody Cleach of Wapsie Valley.
Joel DeYoung, North Mahaska. Stevie, Nottoway Valley, DeYoung, North Mahaska, now wrestling on mat number 4 at 126.
Over on mat 4, Joel DeYoung from North Mahaska. And Kean Steve of Nottoway Valley. That's Nottoway Valley sophomore. He's down 2-0 to the junior from North Mahaska.
At 126, Gavin Sloss, ACGC. Liam Stockberger, Central Springs. Sloss, ACGC. Stockberger of Central Springs.
Down here on 6, we're looking for a fall here. Reason Sashow out of Hinton. He's up 13-0, but there's the fall. Moving on to mat 8 here. We got Gavin Sloss out of ACGC. We got Liam Stroberger out of Central Springs.
And I'm looking down here on mat 2, Dylan Stein, the junior from Lennox, 47-1 record against Dallin Tissue. from Wapsie Valley.
Hate to see that first loss come to the state tournament, Boar.
Yeah, you never like that, but looks like he's doing a good job rebounding from the loss, putting it out of his mind.
4-0, 6-0 here in the second
And he's
period.
going to get another takedown here in the second period. That's Dylan Stein of Lennox.
Down here on 6, we got Cooper Franklin out of Albert Net and Tully Wood out of Wayne of Corridon. Down on 5, we got Jackson Kolsch of Hudson taking on Braden Burns of East Sac County. Kolsch, though, with a nice ankle pick, gets the takedown. Was both in over-unders. Slides down to the ankle, drives through it, gets the 2. And then over on 1, we got Owen Beckera. He's up, wrestling Kai Carrot out of Logan Magnolia. Carrot is up 5-4 right now over Brecca. This match is getting fun here as we're closing out the second frame here. 7 seconds left. There's a fall on mat 3. Looks like Luke Schroeder out of Mo Valley. He gets the fall here in the second period over Christian Michaels of St. Ansgar.
Down on mat 7, we got Gage Burden, the junior from New London, and Brody Cleash of Wapsie Valley.
New London, man, just a perennial powerhouse. Have always been, they're like the pride of Southeast Iowa. They always have good wrestlers. Mark Cheery's getting inducted in the Hall of Fame this weekend. One of the great coaches here in the state of Iowa. About 35 years into the sport. Great guy. Looks like New London's about to look like he's getting a fall over here. Moving on to mat 3, we got Cash Hatfield out of Regina, Iowa City. He's taking on Corbin Maxwell out of Interstate 35 Truro. We're rolling. We're right here at 138 pounds here on mat 3. These constellations are rolling pretty fast. Down on 8, we got a 5-3 match here with Liam Stromberger from Central Springs and Gavin Sloss of ACGC. Sloss up 5-3 here, minute 53 here to start the second period. There's an escape, makes the match 5-4. This might be the match to watch here right now, Boar.
Yeah, they're in a dog fight down on mat 8. 1-point match for ACGC. Gavin Sloss, the junior. Liam Stockenberger, Central Springs, a senior. The senior down 5-4 right now, but not holding anything back. And they're on the edge of the mat. They go out of bounds. Back to center, a fresh start for both of them.
Out on 6 here, El Burnett with a 4-0 lead here.
The Pirates.
Yep. Clayton Rush in the corner. Did you ever watch Clayton Rush wrestle in college?
I did. I think right as I was a freshman and sophomore, he was kind of just finishing up his campaign at Coe College, and he's a guy. He always had the head wrap on.
Yep.
He's physical wrestler, good wrestler.
Him and I are the same age.
Multiple-time national champion, obviously, for the Coe Hawks up in Cedar Rapids.
When he came into D3, it was like an eruption. Like we were the same age, and so I had buddies from Illinois that were like, man, you gotta look out for Clayton Rush. And all of a sudden, it was true, man. He was so good. And if you ever talk to him, one of the nicest dudes on the entire planet. He's smart about the sport of wrestling, and I think he's doing great things at El Burnett.
Clearly he's doing good things for El Burnett. Yeah, 40 seconds left in the second period down there on mat 6. And Rush on the edge of his seat, per usual.
Down here on mat 2, looks like we got Sam Meyer out of St. Edmund, Fort Dodge, and Zach Harbison out of Wapello.
And we got the service dog. The service dog is back on mat 4.
We were noticing this last night. This is the first time we've ever seen a service dog at the state tournament.
We got the Labradoodle at the Iowa State tournament this year.
Van Ork of West Sioux, Zimmer, National Playfield. Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 138. Wrestling on mat number 1 at 132. Chance Christensen, Riceville. Ethan Gaken, West Hancock.
All right, down here on mat 2, Zach Harbison looking for a carry here. Meyer doing a really good job of stuffing the front head.
Up on mat number 7 at 132. Kristen Becker, Cam, Ethan Crawl, Jessup.
Down on mat 1, we got Chance Christensen, the sophomore, and Ethan Gaken of West Hancock, Britt, another sophomore. Those two got action stopped here right at the end of the first period. Mat 2, we've got Sam Meyer of St. Edmunds, the junior. He's taking on Zach Harbison, the senior of Wapello, and it's the Wapello senior with a 2-0 lead here going into the second period. Over on mat 3, we've got Corbin Maxwell, the junior from Interstate 35 Truro. He's taking on Cash Hatfield of Regina, Iowa City, the sophomore. We're locked 0-0 on that mat at 138 pounds. And then mat 4, Dustin Van Ort of West Sioux, Harwoodin. He's a sophomore, 44-2 record against Tyler Zimmer of Nashua Plainfield, another sophomore. Those two locked at 0. Mat 5, Braden Burns, East Sac County, the senior, taking on Jackson Kolsch of Hudson Riverside. Alburnette's Cooper Franklin on mat 6 against Tully Wood of Wayne Corridon. Two freshmen battling it out on mat 6. And it looks like Tully Wood of Wayne Corridon getting some attention from the medical staff. Looks like a little blood time. We got guys wiping the mat off on mat 6. Over on mat 7, Tristan Becker, the senior from Cam. He's taking on Ethan Crawl, the senior out of Jessup. So we got two seniors at 132 pounds on mat 7.
Jessup as a whole this year, they brought a team down. They've had a team all year. They've been ranked in the top 5. You know, Crawl's one of those guys too. I believe he's a senior.
He is a senior. And on mat 8, Aiden Tim, the sophomore of Belle Plaine, taking on Brody Crow, a junior from Southeast Warren, Melcher, Dallas. Those two are locked 0-0, 30 seconds into the first period. Just as
we're still rolling here, but we just got to make sure. We had a little technical difficulty here with the Ethernet, so we got to make sure we had to connect to Wi-Fi. So we're moving along. Like I said, if anyone out here on YouTube land want to comment, just let us know they can hear us. We do appreciate it. We got to switch over to a Wi-Fi connection just to make sure. So coming up here, looks like down on mat 8, North Union, Gavin Morphew, he gets the win here. Coming up here on mat 8, we got
now wrestling on mat number 8 at 150. Aiden Byers, Silvio Cheatham, Samson
coming up here on mat 8, we got
St. Mary's, Henson,
Malum out of Gredinger Terrell. Nope, starting a new match here.
Now on mat 8 at 150 pounds.
Down on mat 2 right now, Jackson Gordon out of Riverside, Oakland. He's up 6-1 here. 40 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, and down on mat 6, we got a close match. It's 2-1 score. Dawson Byer of Sibley Ochinnen the sophomore, with a slight lead, 2-1 over Brenner Sullivan of Woodbine.
There's the fall here on mat 4.
Woodbine chooses down on
4
mat
seconds
6.
left in the third period.
But Dawson Byer of Sibley Ochenna putting on a tough ride. He goes chop left side.
Over here on 2, there was a fall. Jackson Gordon getting the fall for Riverside.
Over on mat 3, Trenton Naragan, the junior from West Central Valley. He's wrestling Carmine Shaw of Nottoway Valley. We got a senior and a junior battling it out on mat 3. And Carmine Shaw, the senior, putting on a tough ride. He earns himself a stall warning against Trenton Naragan, the junior.
Mike Hass, we appreciate you, brother. Thanks for commenting on that for us.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 144
Over on mat 1, 144-pound match. Oron Marsh, the senior from West Branch. He's taking on Caden Lang, the sophomore out of Jessup. There's another Jessup athlete.
Down on 4, we got Matthew Helcher out of Wapello. He's taking on Jared Rodriguez out of West Central Valley.
And over on 7, Worm Conley Stark, Riley Radke, Mo Valley. It's Radke from Mo Valley. He's got Stark on his back. Conley Stark, the sophomore out of Mount Air, 34-16 record. Doing everything he can to get off his back, but Riley Radke's got a tight headlock, it looks like. 17 seconds to go in the first period.
Takedown here on mat 2 from Nate Wood out of North Cedar Stanwood.
We got a tie ball game on mat 5. Colton Halterman, the senior from Southeast Warren, Melcher Dallas, and Lucas Bowes from Underwood.
There's a takedown there, though. He
That
goes up
changes it.
7-4.
That's Lucas Bowes from Underwood, the junior.
Big half coming on here on mat 8. He's looking for it. He's getting back points. St. Martinsdale, St. Mary's looking for the fall. They're rolling through it. He's rolling through it, though. Aiden Byer out of Sibley Ocean gets to near fall here for the Saint out of Martinsdale, St. Mary's.
Rory Prazak II, Central Springs, Landon Snelly, South Winneshiek, Snelly, South Wind, Prazak II, Central Springs. Now wrestling on mat 1 at 150.
Cooper Franklin did win and just reached out for that one. Coming up here, looks like on mat 1, fresh start, fresh match. Minute 35 left here. We got Rory Prazik Jr. taking on out of Central Springs. He's taking on Landon Shelley out of South Winneshiek. I mean, we're rolling deep here. We're 45 minutes into this tournament so far. We're already halfway through the weight classes. On mat 5, Lucas Bowes of Underwood, he picks up a 9-4 win. Moving on mat 5, we got Owen Milder out of Wilton taking on Garrett Ham out of Lake Mills. Down on 7, looks like we got a fall possibly coming here.
57 pounds.
Riley Radke out of Missouri Valley. He found a head here. Doesn't have an arm, so nothing here yet. He gets the back points, though. Down on 6, another fall possibly coming here for Dawson Byer. He's up 5-4. He's got his back points. 15 seconds left here in the third. He can look for the fall, or he can just hold this position. Looks like he's going to want to just hold on to the position here. Still looking for the fall, but at the same time, can walk away with a 5-4 win as he advances on to later this evening.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 157 pounds, Brogan Lake, Hinton, Jake Wolbeck, Kemper Catholic.
Coming up here on mat 5, we got Owen Milder out of Wilton taking on Garrett Ham. Whistle just blown.
6 at 150 pounds, Ruger Kincaid, Baxter, Connor Jacobson, Ridgeview, Jacobson,
We're back here.
Ridgeview, Baxter,
Down on mat 1.
Baxter. Now wrestling on mat 6.
Still scoreless here after the first period.
That's Roy Prazak, the second, the senior out of Central Springs, and Landon Schnolly of South Winneshiek, a sophomore, down on mat 1. Looks like Prazak the second with a 2-0 lead.
Down on 6 here. Score 4-1 in favor of Connor Jacobson out of Ridgeview over Ruger Kincaid. Minute left here in the first period. Big fall on mat 8. Samson Henson out of St. Martinsdale St. Mary's. Actually, he walks away with a 10-1 decision. Had him on his back here most of the match. Walks away with a 10-1 decision. He'll be going on here later this evening. Starting to move up. We got 157-pounders on the mat. Looks like we got back points coming down here on mat 2. Looks like Nate Wood out of Jessup. He's out of North Cedar Stanwood. He's up 13-0 on Tyson Larson out of Jessup to close out the match here. Big win for the night out of North Cedar Stanwood. Looking real aggressive here. 52 seconds left here in the third period. He looks like he should get another swipe. He should go for another swipe here to get the tech fall here. Down on 4.
Now wrestling on mat number 7.
Jared Rodriguez of West Central Valley. He's up 8-2 right now over Matthew Helsher out of Wapello. Going into the third period. Looks like West Central Valley's coach, he has some arguments that he wants to talk to the ref about, so we're about to start wrestling again.
Table.
Wow, big takedown there on mat 6. Makes that match a little closer, 4-3.
Down on mat 4, a nice whip over. That's Jared Rodriguez, the junior out of West Central Valley, extending his lead. He now leads 8-2 over Matthew Helsher of Wapello. And then back to their feet for Wapello and West Central Valley.
West Branch, first score, Woodbury Central. Wrestling on mat number 2 at 100.
Down on mat 6, right in front of us, Ruger Kincaid, the sophomore out of Baxter, Iowa, versus Connor Jacobson of Ridgeview.
Over on 8 here, looking for a fall here. Got big half going. Or actually, got a straight jacket.
That's Isaac Messamaker out of Moravia. Brock Natras of South Central Calhoun.
Looks like South Central Calhoun looking for the fall here.
He was down 2-1 with the reversal and back points.
And he's got time. He can still get a fall here.
He's got the reverse half. He's teeing out. Needs to get his chest over his opponent's chest just a little bit more.
He can scoop the head here.
Messamaker from Moravia fighting hard, doing all he can.
His time's about to run out.
Across the arena on mat 2, Jackson Verschoor, the freshman from Woodbury, taking on Cale Sadel of West Branch, the senior. So we got a senior and a freshman down on mat 2.
Cradle locked up here on mat 2 of
And
West
it's
Branch.
the senior with the takedown and a cradle. And then we're both to our feet here. An escape for Woodbury Central's Jackson Van Shore.
Down here on mat 2, Cale Sadell up 4-1 on Jackson Vashore.
Now wrestling on mat number 4 at 157 pounds. Ben Hansen, Missouri Valley. Chaz Graves, Southeast Ward, Melcher, Dallas.
Takedown here, though. Answer right back from Jackson Vashore on Woodbury Central. Now 4-3. 15 seconds left here in the first. Down on mat 1, Rory Prazak Jr. He's going to take the win 3-1 out of Central Springs. Down here on 5, though, minute 30 left here. Connor Jacobson of Ridgeview, he's up 6-3 over Ruger Kincaid out of Baxter. He's trying to look for a fall here, but he's not going to get it, but he still gets a bottom leg Turk. Looking to set it over.
Now wrestling on mat number 1.
Bottom leg Turk.
Pounds. Gage Holub, Lisbon, Jet Rose, Riverside, Oakland.
Down on 3.
Rose, Riverside, Oakland.
Brogan Lake out of Hinton just ties it up here over Jack Eirlbeck out of Kemper Catholic. Minute 37 left here in the third. And he's looking for a fall, and he might be getting it here, tying it up, and he goes, he's sitting deep. He's got a Saturday night ride in on Thursday. Meanwhile,
and it looks real tight.
Earlbeck gets the reversal, not before Brogan gets 3 swipes on the call. So now it's 7-6, minute left. Earlbeck out of Kemper Catholic, he's about to cut him. Minute left here. We're going to cover this one. This looks like a barn burner. Both guys trying to fight here, hand fight position. Minute left. But quick down on 4. Ben Hansen out of Mo Valley. He has a cradle locked up. He was up 3-2 before he hit the cradle. Gets some near falls. He's got 27 seconds left here in the first period. But back on mat 3, 8-6, 27 seconds left. Kemper Catholic's Earlbeck in on a shot.
Can he finish?
Lake's doing a really good job setting his hips back, laces down on the mat. But Earlbeck cutting the corner. He's going to get the 2 here.
And that gets the Kemper Catholic faithful on their feet.
They were loud last night, brother, and they're just as loud tonight. They're sitting in the same section.
Swipes.
He's getting swipes here. He advances.
He gets 2 takedown right at the end and 2 back points.
Good for him. Comes
That's
back.
Jake Earlbach, the senior for Kemper Catholic.
Wins 10-8. Right down to the last wire there.
The match of the session thus far.
Crowd up in Kemper Catholic section, they're getting loud. Jimmy, where is Kemper Catholic?
Kemper Catholic, that's Carroll Kemper. That's northwest Iowa. You got to go west of Fort Dodge about an hour, and you got to go north.
Down on mat 3, we got a Tri-Rivers Conference meetup here. We got Albert Nets, Shaden Washburn taking on Carter Wilbenbush. Let this match get started here. Wilbenbush has a shoulder brace going on here. Shaden Washburn, a junior out of Alburnett, Iowa. Hey, bro, here comes our guy, 165 pounds.
AC Roller.
AC Roller, one of the cooler names of the tournament.
I might name my child AC just after AC Roller.
That's pretty awesome. He's wrestling Andrew Kimbrell, who got upset last night, right down to the wire here on mat 2.
You think AC has ice in his veins?
I hope so.
AC Roller, the junior out of Riverside, Oakland, 25-11 record. He's taking on Andrew Kimball of Don Bosco, the senior, We haven't seen a lot of Dons on this backside round yet.
Down on mat 6, Nolan Kriegel, freshman with a first period fall. He's rolling into round 3.
Over on mat 7, an escape for Angelo Wittenberg, the senior out of North Mahaska. So he leads 8-6 here in the third period over Connor Cassidy of Martindale St. Mary's.
Kriegel
Two seniors getting after it, fighting for their life on mat 7.
Kriegel out of Iowa Valley is a freshman, picking up 2 wins so far in the state tournament. He's going to be wrestling later on tonight. Down on mat 7, Angelo Wittenberg from North Mahaska. He's up 10-6 over Connor Cassidy here. Minute left here in the third. All right, rolling back through here.
Checking in on mat 6. We got Carter Wright of Woodbury Central, the freshman, 42-7. He's taking on Dylan Blickendorfer, Central Springs Junior, 41-12. Those two are shaking hands, and it's underway on mat 6.
Down on mat 5, Kyle Kubashek of South Winishek. He gets the fall in the first period. He's moving on.
Over on mat 1, Lisbon Gage Holub, the junior. He's taking on Jet Rose, Riverside Oakland senior. It's Holub with a 4-1 lead.
Down on 6, a quick
late
fall.
In the third.
Down on 6 at 175 pounds.
Wow.
Quick fall out of Westbury Central. Or Woodbury Central. Carter Wright gets the fall there.
Down on mat 2, AC Roller finds himself in a little bit of a hole here. The red ankle band wrestler, AC Roller, down 1-0 to Andrew Kimball of Don Bosco, the senior. And the Don, Andrew Kimball, he's going to get another takedown, so he leads 3-0 here, down on mat 2. Over on 3, Carter Wilshenbush, the junior from East Buchanan. Beginning of the first period, it's locked 0-0, but a lot of good action there. Shaden Washburn, the junior out of Alburnett, his opponent. And on mat 4, Ben Hansen with a commanding lead, 16-5 over Chaz Graves, Southeast Melcher Dallas.
Down on 3, Shaden Washburn right now holding a 1-0 lead over Carter Willenbuck out of East Buck. Woo. Washburn with a body lock. No takedown, though.
They go out of bounds.
Man, that was close.
Good action from the two. Down on 7, Tate Beerett, the junior from Kemper Catholic, and Nayland Goldbertson out of South Central Calhoun. We got a junior and a senior. It's the junior Beerett out of Kemper Catholic with a 5-1 lead over Goldbranson, the senior from South Central Calhoun. But a nice switch from Goldbranson. Doesn't quite get it. And then Kemper Catholic going right into a left side half Nelson. He's getting back points on mat 7. Tate Beerett, the junior from Kemper Catholic, he's getting back points. And he's going to get a pinfall right in front of the home crowd on mat 7.
Big night for Kemper Catholic.
They're on a roll.
Down here on mat 8, we got a nice 3-2 match in the second period. Logan Grimm from West Bend Mallard. He's up 3-2 over Hunter Sauer over Alburnett. Minute 23 left here in the second. There's the escape. Tied up, 3-3 ball game here. Down on 3, man. I keep watching this Hunter Washburn and Carter Wellenbuck's match. Conference rivals here. Doing a really good job hand fighting. Washburn doing a really good job just fighting through the ties, doing a good job here. Down on 4, MFL Marmax, Quinn McGo, he's up 4-0 over Jensen Bourne out of Wilton. His brother was a state finalist a couple years back out of MFL Marmac. Down on 2, though, brother. I think AC Roller's catching himself in a
little bit of a predicament.
Yep. But Kimbrell, man, he's been tough. You know, he got upset. You know, he was down a last-second takedown in that first-round match. So he's obviously the higher seed guy wrestling in this tournament. But at the same time, you know, he wants to make sure that he's doing his part here on the Don Bosco side.
And AC Roller, just a junior. So if he happens to drop this match here in the consolation round, he's got another shot at it. And it looks like he's going to drop the match. AC Roller.
Thank you for having one of the cooler names of the tournament, brother.
Down on mat 7, Callan Bishop, the senior. Cody Jacobson, another senior. Baxter and Ridgeview just starting off there on mat 7. 0-0 minute into the first period. And just as I say that, it looks like Ridgeview's Cody Jacobson is going to score a takedown against Callan Bishop of Baxter.
Down on 8, Hunter Sauer is pulling away here with a 10-3 lead. Minute 43 left here for the Pirate. He's getting a tilt. They're out of bounds, but at
over
one point
on mat 1. Oop, check that. We had someone asking about Jordan Orr. He dropped it. Jordan Orr from West Monona. He loses 4-1 over Cooper Gates of West Branch.
Over on mat 3, Shaden Washburn is up 6-0. 8 seconds left here. Gonna be a solid win here for the Alburnett Junior. Doing his part here for the Alburnett faithful.
Down on mat 6, right in front of us, Worm. That's Caden Bush on his back against Gabe Anderson of Hinton.
Hunter Sauer from Alburnett picks up the 10-3 win.
And Gabe Anderson doing all he can to secure the pinfall over Caden Bush on mat 6.
Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 175 pounds, Owen Hoover, Cam, River Williams, Alburnett, Hoover, Cam. Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 175.
Still looking for the fall here on mat 6. There it is, as soon as I said it.
Good timing, brother.
Down on 4, Mago out of MFL Marmac. He's looking for a fall here. He's got 40 seconds to readjust.
Needs to slide his chest back a little bit.
Yep. Just
uncomfortable position there for
Wapello.
Wilton. The Wilton sophomore not in a great position.
Down on 8, another Alburnett Pirate, River Williams, taking on Owen Hoover out of Cam.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 190 pounds, Bryce Wiskus, Kemper Catholic, Michael Fuller, ACGC, Wiskus, Kemper Catholic. Now wrestling on mat 6 at 190 pounds, 106, 113 pounders. Please be getting ready for your quarterfinal and consi round number 3. We will not be taking a break. We're going to be rolling right into the next round.
If you just heard that over the announce, we're going to roll right into quarterfinals again. Quarterfinals will be taking place on mats 3, 4, 5, and 6. Consolation will be going on 1, 2, 7, and 8.
Well said, partner.
Magoo looking for another takedown here, and also looking for back points. There's the fall.
Mat 4. Quinn Magoo from MFL Marmac. He was up 9-0, and he decided to end it early.
Just went hard outside single, stepped in through the half. Big fall there. Down on mat 6, Kemper Catholic getting fired up again.
Boom.
There's the fall.
Bringing their fans to the feet for a 4th or 5th time here in this 1A session.
We got to look at the scoreboard here. There's no way Kemper Catholic's not in this conversation. They've just been doing some backside work here today.
Yeah, they really have been. And sometimes that's what it takes, right? Is those guys that maybe dropped one in the first round
start piecing
and
together.
It's not about me and it's not about my vision anymore. It's about the team. Let's go get it. Let's score points.
Well, here I think we're about to see another round of the Class 1A standings here, so we're going to check that here in a second. Down on 1, Panorama's
Caden Van Meer, the senior,
taking on Brock Kleitch out of Wapsie Valley.
And it's the Panorama Panther that's got a commanding lead, 6-0 over Wapsie Valley's Brock Kleitch, excuse me.
My neck of the woods, Kleitch.
Kleitch it
you
is.
Central Iowa smug.
Yeah, and we see each other enough, and we pick up right where we left off, right? But I've already noticed that some of the tilts and the turns are a little different sayings up in Northeast Iowa than what we got going on down here in Central Iowa, and I love it.
I tell you what, man, you've been calling a butcher a straitjacket this entire time. I started to end up calling it a straitjacket as well. I feel like that's a lot better of a term. Down here on 8, Owen Hoover out of Cam. He's up 8-1 over River Williams. 8-2 here.
Over on mat 2, Will Atchison of Regina, Iowa City. He leads Clavin Keimel of North Butler, Clarksville, 3-1 here. Halfway through the 3rd period, mat 3, we've got Mason Moshman, the senior from BGM Brooklyn. He's going against Reagan Witt of St. Ansgar. Mat 4, Jordan Martin England of Lennox taking on Tyrion Islas from East Union, right down in front of us.
Down here on 7, looks like Cody Jacobson out of Ridgeview. He's going to take a 6-1 win over Kalen Bishop out of Baxter. Down here on 2, Oakland Riverside looking for looks like Will Aitchison out of Iowa City Regina. He's looking for a fall here. He's up 3-1 here. 20 seconds left here in the 3rd. Be a big win for the Regal here. Running out of time, but still going to get the win. Looking as he should sit through here in this position, but ends up getting 3 near fall. Ends up winning 6-1. The Regal out of Iowa City, Will Aitchison. He's going to take that win, move on later on this evening. So we're starting to come up on 190 pounds. Get ready. I'm pretty sure you're going to hear the announcers here say 106-pound quarterfinals. Start warming up. We're going to be ready to rock here again. Quarterfinals will be taking place on mats 3, 4, 5, and 6. All constellations on the 2nd round. They'll be taking place 1, 2, 7, and 8. Down here on 8, River Williams on top. He's looking for a half here. Meanwhile, Owen Hoover catches a Peterson. Now he's got a takedown +3. He's about a takedown away from a tech fall here. Really nice Peterson. Almost baited it. Owen Hoover, he's not messing around tonight. Down here on 4, you got some back points coming. Got Tyrion Elias out of East Union taking on Jordan England out of Lennox. England up 5-0 right now. 50 seconds left here in the 2nd period.
Over on 6, we've got Austin McMahon and Jacob Bishop. Bishop out of Hinton. He's got a 2-1 lead over McMahon of North Mahaska. And over on mat 5, Tate France of West Branch, the junior. He's taking on Hayden Hoon of Underwood. 2 juniors going at it on mat 5. They're deadlocked at 0. Little action there as they go out of bounds. They'll get a fresh start with a minute to go in the first period. Over on mat 2, Jordan Buford, the senior from Midland. He's taking on Noah Henderson from Sumner Fredericksburg. And it's Henderson from Sumner Fredericksburg, the junior, in control on top with a 2-0 lead. They're going to get a stalemate and a fresh start back in the center.
Buford is a senior, junior senior out of Midland. He is a, sorry, looking at track here, I apologize. He's a senior, 41-5. Down here on 4, we got.
And on 6, we got a lot of action going. It's hard to keep track sometimes here. Let us know on that stream if you guys want to see someone being commentated. If you're sitting at home listening, tuning in on the radio. Over on mat 1, Quentin Rocha, the senior of West Branch. Peyton Hackett, the junior out of Kingsley Pearson. Just getting underway over there on mat 1. They're 0-0, minute into the first period. We got Buford, the senior out of Midland, and Henderson, the junior of Sumner Fredericksburg. And it's Buford, the senior, getting an escape. So he's going to tie it up here in the second period. Just as I say that, it's Noah Henderson with the takedown. He makes it 4-2. Another escape by Jordan Buford. Moving over to mat 3 after a scoreless first period. It's Drew Lansing with the escape. And then down on mat 4, Jordan Martin England, the junior from Lenox. He's got a lead 5-0. He's actually going to take the victory 5-0 over Tyrion Islas. Mat 5, Tate France of West Branch.
Down here on 6, we got Indy Ferguson of Lisbon taking on Carson Endy of Logan Magnolia. Whistles just start blowing here. Literally 2 different body structures here, boy. Indy Ferguson, short, compact, big dude at 215. Meanwhile, at 215 for Logan Magnolia, Carson Endy, he's about 6'3", looks like. A lot of arms, a lot of legs on this dude.
Maybe 6'5".
Now wrestling on mat number 4.
You're only saying that because you're short.
Just a sophomore from Logan Magnolia. Carson Edney. Indy Ferguson, the senior out of Lisbon. That's why we love wrestling, right? They come in all shapes and all sizes.
Anyone can wrestle, brother. Anyone can wrestle. Down here on mat 4, looks like we're just starting off first period here. We got East Bucks, Tanner Third taking on Levi Young out of Trainer. So far, man, this 1A action has been bringing it.
Yeah, a lot of good action, a lot of pins, a lot of close matches. Over on mat 3, Lansing, Wapsie Valley, he's getting back points. He's settling in for the pin against Montezuma's Brett Platts. And it's Drew Lansing of Wapsie Valley. He gets the pin. Check that. They ran out of time there in the first period.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 215 pounds, Grant Henderson, Sumner Fredericksburg.
Another
Jaden
Grant
Beckman,
Henderson.
St.
Most
Albert.
common name in
Beckman,
wrestling, it
St.
seems
Albert.
like.
We got
Henderson,
Grant
Sumner
Henderson
Fred.
up.
Now wrestling on mat 7 at 215.
Back down here on mat 8, looking down here, it looks like Emmitsburg's Ryan Wirtz. He's up 3-0 over Dominic Marco from Shibley Ocean. Minute left here in the second period.
Head coach from MMCRU.
Looks like we got a cradle here on mat 3.
From MMCRU.
190 pounds from Wapsie Valley. Gets away from it, but still gets himself a set of 5 out of that. Down on mat 3, Drew Lansing out of Wapsie Valley against Brett Plants out of Montezuma. Drew Lansing is up 12-3 here in the second period.
Down on mat 7, it's Grant Henderson from Sumner Fredericksburg, wasting no time.
He's up 2-0 here in the first period. Looking back down here on mat 2. Big old carry coming out of here at 2:15. We got Aiden Sullivan in Nashua Plainfield. He's up 2-0 over Marcus Silva of Lawton Bronson.
Henderson wasting no time down on mat 7, the senior out of Sumner Fredericksburg.
Back on mat 3. Another set of back points here for Drew Lansing. He's just racking up the points, 14-3 here. 30 seconds left here in the second. He's looking to turn and get another set here. He might walk off. Trying to do the math here in my head. Might need to get the fall here. There's the fall. I was trying to think if he had these back points to be a tech fall, but ends up with the pin there. Down on 4. Still a close one between Tanner Thurn out of East Buck and Levi Young out of Trainer. Thurn doing a really good job blocking off here in the second period. Minute left, up 1-0. He looks like a big old farm kid out of Winthrop, Iowa.
I can only imagine.
Dude,
wrestling and farming in Winthrop.
It's farming, wrestling, and snowmobiling. Those dudes just roll into wrestling tournaments with snowmobiling jackets on. They've been doing that since I was in high school.
All of which I love.
Boar's a big old snowmobiling fan.
Down on mat 6, we got a battle going on. Indy Ferguson, the senior out of Lisbon. He's got a 3-0 lead right now over Carson Edney.
We got a big old fall coming up here on mat 5. They get it. They get it. Down, or he was up 2-0. Gets the turn, gets the fall. Wyatt Hanna out of Lake Mills. He's moving on.
Odie Binabus, Hinton.
Here we go. We got full compression fight shorts down here on mat 1.
You love to see that.
Yep. Luke Moore. We were talking about him the other night.
At heavyweight, Jonah Breeling, Lisbon.
Actually, I take that back. It's Benabos out of Hinton rocking the compression shirt and fight shorts.
And they're getting after it, too. They're not waiting 1 second.
We've been here for the last day and a half, Board. He's the only guy we've seen with a compression shirt and fight short option. Kind of impressive.
Yeah, and whatever works, right? Whatever you feel comfortable going out there and competing in, it's really all that matters. It's kind of nice that your school gives you the option.
We tried it at Waller. We did the whole fight short, compression short thing, or shirt thing, and after one duel, they're like, nope, we're going back to singles. So I was like, all right, works for us. Down here on 4.
I like wearing it in practice, but you got to show up in the singlet when you're competing.
Tails all his time, bro. Down here on mat 4, Tanner Thurn still doing a great job on top. Just riding, possible scramble here, but just throwing a mean old East Buck crossface here.
The classic light blue and red for East Buchanan. I like how you guys call it East Buck.
East Buck. Looking for
That's Tanner Thurn, the
Third,
senior,
looking for a cow catcher here.
going
He gets
cow
it.
catcher. I bet he's caught a cow or two in his day.
Definitely.
106, 113, get ready.
He's got Levi Young in trouble.
In fact, he's trying to get this pin here real quick to make sure he gets home time for milking.
I love it. I love it.
There's the fall. Tanner Thurn from East Buck.
East Buchanan, if you're from Central Iowa, the seniors moving on to the consolation round 3. Here we go. Get up.
Cooper Marvel, Southwest Iowa. Angel Barajas, Alta Aurelia. Barajas, Alta Aurelia. Marvel, Southwest Iowa. Now wrestling at 7 at 285.
Down here on 6, going into the third period. Indy Ferguson up 5-1 over Costin Endy of Logan Magnolia.
And we're rolling right into quarterfinals. Down on mat 5, we got our first 106-pound matchup.
Let's go.
Liam Aldenfinger, the sophomore from Wilton. He's going against Lucas Oldenkamp in the green ankle band, the junior out of Lake Mills. Oldenkamp 45-1. Aldenfinger, the sophomore, 31-4. Rock and roll.
Let's go. All right, here coming into the quarterfinals here. I'm going to be looking up here. We've got IA Wrestle doing a great job providing us with these matchups and their rankings. So give me 1 second here while I load this up real quick. Down Class 1A.
Now wrestling on that 6 and heavyweight.
One of the first matches we're going to see.
Panorama, Stephen Perkins, Shenandoah.
We're going to see.
Shenandoah, Cooper, Panorama. Now wrestling that 6 at heavyweight.
Down Class 1A on mat 4 or on mat 5. We got Liam Adelfinger out of Wilton taking on Henry Lung of AHSTW. Adelfinger ranked 5th. Oldenkamp from Lake Mills, he's ranked 4th. Down on 3, we got big old heavyweight pin coming up here. Moving that along at 215. Down on mat 3. Looks like it's Lund out of AHSTW. All right, down here on mat 5, we're moving to quarterfinals here. Wow, Cooper Marvel just started wrestling in January and qualifies for the state tournament. That's pretty impressive. That's actually really impressive. So down here on mat 5, Adelfinger out of Wilton, he's going here against Lucas Olderkamp, ranked 4th from Lake Mills. Olderkamp in the front headlock position here. 40 seconds left here in the first. Coming up on mat 3, we got Hayden Schwab coming up for the Dons at Don Bosco. He's taking on Ethan Humphrey of West Branch. If you guys have heard about Hayden Schwab, if you haven't yet, get to know him. This kid is the real deal. He's tough as they come, undefeated freshman.
Anthony Solovi, Postville, Jace Henderson, MVAOC.
Down on 5, still scoreless here with 15 seconds left in the first. Back on 3, still scoreless. Schwab pushes the pace. Ooh, slick duck under by Schwab. Doesn't get the 2 there, but real impressive. Meanwhile, Humphreys goes to a front headlock here with Schwab. Minute 24 left here in the first. They go out of bounds. Schwab thinks he's got a little blood here. Don't see anything yet, so he's rolling here. Freshman out of Don Bosco, Gilbertville. Big in a high crotch here, going into a waterfall position. Doing a really good job here. He's about to cut the corner, hook the bottom leg.
That's another one. You guys call it the waterfall. We call it head in the hole or coming up through the center. He's looking to sit to his butt. He needs to sit to his left hip. Should have really put some weight on that left hip, but he's going to score anyways. That's Hayden Schwab out of Don Bosco, the freshman, undefeated.
There he is, 2-0 right now.
Taking on another freshman stud, Ethan Humphrey of West Branch. And Schwab going cross-face cradle. Down on one, let's not forget about the consolations. English Valley, Tri-County, Luke Moore, the senior, and Bode Benabose of Hinton. It's Luke Moore extending his lead. Down on mat 1.
Schwab off to the side, breaks him down. Still up 2-0 here. 10 seconds left here in the first. Still scoreless here on mat 5 with Edelfinger out of Wilton taking on Lucas Oldenkamp out of Lake Mills. Reversal here out of Oldenkamp right as I said that. 35 seconds left here. Oldenkamp on top. Now Edelfinger gets the escape. 2-1 here in favor of Oldenkamp out of Lake Mills. Edelfinger, though, head in the hole. As he goes around, he gets the 2. Now a score of 3-2 here. 20 seconds left here in the second period here on mat 3. They go both on their feet. Schwab looking to hand fight here. Goes right into a nice elbow pass, high crotch. Looking to try sweeping the leg here. Has it up in a shelf position. Doing a really good job shelving. End of the second here, mat 5. Edelfinger up 3-2 from Wilton over Oldenkamp at Lake Mills. Edelfinger choosing bottom here.
Now wrestling on mat 1 at 106. Hunter Hodita, BGM Brooklyn, Kingston Kerrigan, Riverside Oakland, Kerrigan, Riverside Oakland, Hodita, BGM Brooklyn. Now wrestling on mat 1 at 106 pounds.
Schwab goes Easton tilt.
He's getting back points. Over on mat 5.
Edelfinger up 4-2 here.
Over Oldenkamp of Lake Mills, the junior, 45-1. Aldenfinger, the sophomore, 31-4. Both those guys competing hard. So 4-2 for Wilton's Liam Aldenfinger. Nice sprawl from Aldenfinger. He's in the front headlock position. Bouncing, trying to run the corner.
Schwab up 7-0 here. 22 seconds left here in the first. Meanwhile, down on 5.
Whoa, shotgun suicide cradle.
Almost found it.
Finds himself in a not so good position. Has to give up the escape. Right at the end of the first period. So Hayden Schwab still up 7-1 here. And they go neutral to start the second.
Hayden Schwab doing a really good job here. Just fakes on fakes. Goes elbow pass by. Goes body lock. Here's the thing. Oh, I was going to say, here's the thing. He's a Greco champ from Fargo. You don't want to play up there with him. Down on 5. Adelfinger still holding on to a 4-2 lead here. 6 seconds left. One big sprint here out of Oldenkamp would be do it, but Edelfinger moving on to the semifinals here for Wilton.
And just as you say that, Schwab goes over under. Big throw, hip toss, and he ends that match with a pin.
Tough kid there.
Tough dad, tough kid.
Head coach Chris Ortner for Don Bosco. Longtime coach at Wartburg. Going back to his alma mater. Adelfinger getting his arm raised here for Wilton.
Now wrestling on mat 3 at 113. Mason Shirk, Wilton, Tommy Booth, Pleasantville. Booth, Pleasantville, Shirk, Wilton. Now wrestling on mat 3 at 113. Now wrestling on mat number 5.
Down here on mat 5, we got
Brock Shaha, Mount
Brock
Air.
Shaha, Mount Air, he's ranked 6th. He's taking on Dallas Conyer of Earlham. Canoyer. Canoyer in on a shot right away. Or actually, I take that back. Shaha from Mount Air, he's in on a shot right away. Gets that waterfall position. Looking to cut the corner here. Meanwhile, on mat 3, we got Mason Shirk out of Wilton. He's taking on Tommy Booth out of Pleasantville. Shirk ranked 2nd in the state right now. Taking on Tommy Booth, he's ranked 9th. Shirk in on a takedown right away. But Booth is doing a good job holding on to the ankle. Nothing scored here yet.
Little rubber knee position there for sure.
All right, looks like coming up here on mat 6, all the big boys are gone. Now we're going back to mat 6, 106 pounds. We got Atlee DeWitt ranked 3rd, taking on Aiden Bergman of Jessup, ranked 2nd. This will be a fun one. 2-3 here, meeting in the quarters.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 106 pounds. Atlee DeWitt, Albernetz, Aiden Bergman, Jessup. Bergman, Jessup, DeWitt, Albernetz.
Over on 3, stalemate. They're back to center. Good action from both those boys.
Whistle blows here on mat 6, 2 versus 3. We got Atlee DeWitt out of El Burnett and Aiden Bergman out of Jessup.
Over on mat
DeWitt
1,
doing a really good job with the underhook on the right side. There's a big old headlock here on 2. There's the fall. Mat 2, Aiden McFadden out of Baxter.
It's loud in here, Worm.
Come from behind on Isaac Cox.
It is loud.
Big loud here. Looks like we're rolling here on Constellation side here as well, 106 pounds. These guys that are winning on here on the Constellation side, they go to the blood round tomorrow evening. We go to a dog bone mat format. DeWitt here on an outside single for El Burnett. Bergman doing a really good job. Hips down, works his way out of it. Now Bergman in on the shot. He's got an outside single going here. DeWitt doing a really good job.
Now wrestling on mat 2 at heavyweight, RJ Deshawn, Griswold, Derek
DeWitt,
Hilson,
or Bergman still has that outside single. DeWitt has a real hard whizzer in. Bergman needs to cut the corner.
Now wrestling on mat 4 at 106, Wesley Sadler, Lisbon, Crosby, Yoder,
Those green Nike freaks are hard not to notice.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Out of Atlee DeWitt, or out of Bergman, out of Jessup.
Now wrestling on mat 4 at 106.
Down on mat 4, we got a good scramble going on. Crosby Yoder of Logan Magnolia, the freshman. Wesley Sadler.
Atlee DeWitt, big go behind takedown there to get the 2-0 lead here with 18 seconds left here in the first. That was a really nice down block to a high crotch looking to score.
Yeah, and a good scramble on mat 4 leads to a stalemate.
Meanwhile, on 3, this is called 1 illegal.
Cutback.
They went cutback on that. Okay.
Can't leave your feet on the cutback. Down on mat 4, good action from both these guys. Wesley Sadler out of Lisbon. Crosby Yoder from Logan Magnolia. We got a freshman from Lomag versus junior from Lisbon.
That's Sadler ranked 6th out of Lisbon, returning place winner. Kobe Yoder ranked 8th, or Crosby Yoder.
Now wrestling on mat 1 at 113 pounds.
Meanwhile, though, second period down here on mat 6, Bergman down 2-0 here. He's starting on top. DeWitt out of El Burnett. He chooses bottom here in the second period. Bergman, though, getting real tough on top. Going cross wrist ride. Blocking the head down. Going cross body here on crossface. Then goes right back to the right side elbow. Going to a breakdown here. Tell you what, maybe this takedown might have been, could be a deciding factor here. Because Bergman right now from Jessup is just being a hammer on top. It hasn't get any turns yet. Down here on 3, Shirk. He's up 4-1 here with 51 seconds left here in the second. Bergman about ready to cut him. Allie DeWitt up 3-0.
Over on 5,
Big
we got
snap.
Mount Air, Brock Shaha, the junior, and Dallas Canoyer of Earlham. Earlham's Canoyer leading 4-1 over Shaha of Mount Air. We're in the third period over
Bergman
there.
in on a shot, but real close to out of bounds. DeWitt doing a really good job of feeding him the hips. They're about to go out of bounds here on a fresh start.
And on mat 5, we got a scramble here. It's Canoyer in on a single leg. Shaha of Mount Air defending hard with that shin whizzer. Canoyer getting to his feet, trying to pull him back to center. Canoyer, Dallas Canoyer of Earlham's going to score on the edge of the mat, extend his lead 6-2 over Brock Shaha of Mount Air. So Shaha on mat 5, he's got to get back to his base. He's got to score an escape, takedown, and back points. They go out of bounds. They're going to get a fresh start with 30 seconds to go here in the third period. Shaha adjusting his knee pad. Starting on bottom here.
Down here on 5, Allie DeWitt pulling away 5-0. Minute 42 left here in the third.
Mat 5, caution for Dallas Canoyer out of Earlham. He gets a quick start there on top. Brock Shaha, the junior, to his feet, and he gets an escape. So it's 6-3 here. Canoyer dives in on a shot. Good sprawl from Shaha. They're back to their feet, but a nice duck under from Canoyer of Earlham. And he's going to score another takedown, so he extends his lead 8-3 here late in the third period. Not a ton of fight out of Shaha. 20 seconds to go in the third. And it looks like Canoyer, the junior from Earlham, in front of the home crowd, is going to get the W and move on to the semifinal.
Big win there for Earlham. Putting that town on notice. They probably haven't had a state semifinals in a while. Get a medal stand for them. They're on the up and up here. Meanwhile, down on 3, Shirk up 6-1, 34 seconds left. Down here on 6, Allie DeWitt, he's up 5-0 here with about 30 seconds left. He's going to be pulling the upset off here. Nothing else happens. Down here on 5, we got Gavin Landers out of Denver. Tough as nails freshman. He's up 2-0 over Nick Brassey out of Nashville Plainfield. Down on 6, though, Allie McDermott sealing a 7-0 win over number 2 ranked Bergman. Big win there for him. He's going to get himself on the medal stand. Allie DeWitt, the sophomore, 50-5, getting himself into the semifinals. 55 matches.
Crazy.
Down on mat 5, Gavin Landers doing tough work on top.
And I'm looking at mat 4 here. Just a 1-0 score. Crosby Yoder, the freshman from Logan Magnolia. They're in the third period here, and Crosby's putting on a tough ride. He drops down to a high crotch. Now he's got the ankle. They're out. They'll get a fresh start here. It's Wesley Sadler and Crosby Yoder on mat 4, 106 pounds. 42-1, the freshman from Logan Magnolia. 37-9, the junior from Lisbon.
Landers up 2-0 right now. 38 seconds left. Meanwhile, back down here on 6 at 120 pounds, best name of the tournament, Rowdy Neighbor out of El Burnett, taking on Max Pollux of Wayne Accordion.
Sophomore and a junior. Rowdy Neighbor, the junior, 50-2 on the season. Max Pollock, the sophomore, 20-3 out of Wayne Corydon. We got Northeast Iowa versus Southeast Iowa.
Rowdy Neighbor ranked number 1 here for El Burnett. Pollock ranked 11th. Meanwhile, down here on mat 5, Gavin Landers still just doing an absolute clinic on top to end the first period. It's going to be Brace's choice. He's deferring. Landers choosing bottom.
And it's Pollock of Wayne Corydon with the single leg against Neighbor. Neighbor keeping the whizzer. They go back to their feet. Sorry, Worm.
Sorry, down on 2 here. We just had a big old fall with Jesse Burton out of Westward Sloan.
And I'm going back to 6. It's Pollock of Wayne Corydon back in on a low single, coming head up the middle, looking to sit to his butt, get weight to his hips, trying to turn into Rowdy Neighbor. Trying to crossface here, keeping his hips low. Good wrestling there on mat 6. They're rolling around. Good scrambles. Neighbor going far ankle here as they're hip to hip. And it's Rowdy Neighbor that's going to come out on top and end up with a right side leg in. Max Pollock of Wayne Corydon. Right at the end of the period.
Down here on 4, back to Wesley Sadler and Crosby Yoder. Sadler up 2-1 here, 23 seconds left, just gets dinged for stalling. He's going to hang on a headlock here. They're hanging a collar tie here. 13 seconds left. No out of bounds yet. If I'm Sadler, I got to circle in. Yoder goes for drops his hips down. Time runs out. And Wesley Sadler's excited. He's going on the semifinals. Little headgear chuck there. So Yoder, I don't know if he shook his hand properly. Ref was a little upset about that. Down on 6 here. 2-0 in charge of Neighbor. Gavin Landers here up on 5.
Now wrestling on mat 4 at 113 pounds.
5-0 right now. 6 seconds left here in the second. Landers just putting in a workman-like job on top. 2 minutes on top. Up 5-0. Let's see what. They're going both on their feet. Nick Brace out of Nashville Plainfield. He's going both on their feet. Rowdy Neighbor up 3-0 here, 44 seconds left in the second. Gavin Landers, another takedown, up 7-0. He's rolling along here for the Cyclones out of Denver. He's got about a minute 32 left here. Down on 4. At 113 pounds, we got Aiden Beck out of Baxter. I'm taking that back. Down on 4, we got Cooper Hines out of Jessup taking on Gabe Samo out of Waco Wayland. Hines ranked 3rd. Samo ranked 11th here at 113 pounds. Closing up here down on mat 5. Landers still up 8-1.
The freshman out of Denver, undefeated on the year.
Just wrestling like a dog. Just workmanlike on top.
Just a dog chasing a bone.
On 6, Rowdy Neighbor putting up 5-0 with minute 48 left here in the third. Ooh, that was slick. Down on mat 4.
Nice single
Gage
leg.
Samo just whistle blew, and he met him right off the whistle with a big old ankle pick. Literally, like, snatched it down, picked it up. Gets the takedown.
Nice limp arm there to finish the takedown and earn 2 points.
That was impressive.
Over on mat 3, it's Eli Becerra, the senior from Missouri Valley, and Tegan Slaybaugh, the senior from ACGC.
Another set of back points here for Rowdy Neighbor. He's getting 3. He's going to pick up the major decision. 55 seconds here. Down here on mat 5 coming up, we got Jacobson out of Central Springs. He's ranked 6. Dawson Jacobson, he's taking on Aiden Beck out of Baxter. Beck ranked 8th, so 6-8 ranking matchup here. Down here on 4.
And that's Rowdy Neighbor on mat 6. He's
Gets
going to get the
fall.
pin.
Party up here, Rowdy Neighbor. Don't let the cops get called on you. Down here on 4, we got 2-0 still for Samo out of Waco Whalen over Cooper Hines, but Cooper Hines doing just a really good job on top. He's got the hips broken down. He's looking for a turn. Meanwhile, Samo's starting to move up on bottom.
Over on mat 5, Aiden Beck and Dawson Jacobson. They're locked at 0, but they're in a scramble right now. It's Jacobson of Central Springs with the single leg, but Aiden Beck ends up on top after a little scramble, the junior out of Baxter. So he's going to take a 2-0 lead late in the first period. And down on mat 1, it's Wilton's Austin Etzel, the junior, with a 4-2 lead over Gavin Kiger, the senior from Logan Magnolia.
Down here on 6, we got Tayton Kufall, ranked number 2 from El Burnett, up against Owen Edelfinger out of Wilton. Edelfinger's has some quality wins so far this season.
Highland Riverside, Guzman, Highland Riverside, Morrow, Akron Westfield. Now Westfield at 3 at 120.
Down on 5, scores 2-1 in favor of Becca out of Baxter. Meanwhile, end of the second period here, Hines just rode Samo out, but that first period takedown really helping Samo out as he's leading 2-0 going into the third period over Cooper Hines. Down on 3, we got Cale Morrow starting off against Luke Guzman out of Highland Riverside. Samo doing a really good job here, controlling the top. Minute 45 left here. Down on 6. Edelfinger and Kufel, they're getting after it here. All right, hey, while we got this quarterfinal going on, I'm bringing in the owner of IA Wrestle, Tony Hager, stopping in the booth.
Listen, I just had a couple beers with some Grandview wrestlers, and they said don't take a whole lot of time off Jimmy. You know, it should be his on the headphones. So what we got going on here?
We got Class at 1A quarterfinals going on here. So far, man, I'm seeing some bangers here so far. I'm telling you what, man, this freshman class is coming in, Tony. Gavin Landers, tough as heck. Hayden Schwab, tough as heck. They're proving it. And then right now, we got Selmo out of Waco Whalen. He's up 2-0 off a beautiful ankle pick. Got rode out here in the second, or got rode out here completely in the second, but he's doing a great job on top with 54 seconds left.
I appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate everyone listening in last couple of days here. Quinn City's Restoration just hooking us up here, taking care of you guys, taking care of IRSL, bringing you guys all the action. We got about, 60 people in the chat? Love it.
Yep, they've been commentating all day. They've been telling us matches to watch. We've been appreciating every second of them.
Yeah, it's Tatum Kufal from Mount Burnett on mat 6, up 1-0, minute left in that second period. He's just kind of a sneaky guy that isn't a big name, but people are going to have to be looking out for him.
He's showed up in your rankings in second. That's kind of an interesting thing here. With 27 seconds left, we got to get an upside cooking over here on 4 with Samo out of Waco, Wayland. He's doing a hammer-like job on top on Cooper Hines.
Yeah, here's what's different about Hines has been struggling with
big reversal here. We're going to overtime possibly.
Hines has struggled his hand, so he had some surgery on his elbow, and he hasn't been able to feel his right hand for months.
Wow.
So we're talking about not even being able to use it. I mean, it's a claw, it's just it's a flopping. So if you watch the match really closely, Cooper's not able to actually grab a hold of anybody with that hand. It's more of a
gritty,
claw.
but that's gritty too. On top of it, you're wrestling down the state tournament, hurt, dinged up, it don't matter. Then down here on 3, Kale Morrow out of Akron Westfield, still scoreless here with 1:50 left.
Now wrestling at 7 of 132 pounds, Brandon Burns in Sac County, Trey Raver.
Man, so far, what do you think, man?
I mean,
across the board.
Yeah, across the board.
3A quarterfinals brought it. 2A quarterfinals brought it.
I thought you really, you nailed it on the head with the freshmen. Really coming in, gritty matches. There's a ton of them. Right? I don't want to leave any of them out, so I don't want to start naming them. But this mat 4, this is a big match for Jessup too. In that hunt for a trophy. Samo, Hines tied up 2-2, 15 seconds left in overtime here. Hines has been known to be, real good from distance. So, kind of curious if Samo will tie him up here. He's on outside single leg, no time.
Over here on 6, Kufel looking for a bar here, looking for a big old scoop. Going to a cow catcher, stepping straight over. He's looking to come through. There's the fall over Odin Edelfinger. Big win there out of Kufal. Tell you what, man, there was a time where El Burnett, when I was competing in high school, man, they were middle of the pack in our conference. And all of a sudden now, they're just a constant powerhouse all of a sudden. Obviously, Clayton Rush being on staff, being the head coach, he knows technique. They're on the up and up.
Yeah, been a game changer just for overall the program since he's been in there.
Got a win over here on mat 5. Aiden Beck over Dawson Jacobson, 3-1.
Back on that Hines and Samo match on mat 4. We're tied up 2-2. We're in the second overtime. Hines is on the bottom. We got 30-second rideouts.
This is a great match, and it's all been based off of that ankle pick. It was literally whistle blew, and he has snatched it off the crossbody and picked it right up. Really impressive.
Wrestling on mat number 6 at 132, Tanner Arches, North Butler, Clarksville.
Doing a great job here. These matches are rolling.
Boostman up, Akron Westfield up 4-1 at the end of the second period, going into third. He's wrestling Boostman from Highland Riverside.
Now wrestling on mat number 8.
So now
26 pounds, Peyton Harger, Earlham, Gage
Hines is going to go down.
Burden, New London, Harger,
So
we're the second rideouts now. So we're tied 2-2. Here at 113 pounds. This match has been going on forever. We got 132-pounders out here, 26-pounders.
So one of the big conversation pieces I've had so far, that team out of Earlham, man.
Let's go.
They're bringing some dogs down to this hunt.
Hey,
What's the story there? I mean, they've kind of been non-existent for a while.
Well, here's the deal. It's a third-year program, the second-year program. That we were taught. Did Hines get out?
Hines got out.
So Hines got out. Jessup's going to get a semifinalist at 113 pounds.
That's a heartbreaker, but also good for him. I mean, man, that's gritty.
I mean, look at him. He can't even hold his hand. But anyways, yeah, Earlham. I mean, selfishly, I moved Earlham from Johnson to be in a 1A program with a ton of dads, former wrestlers. We got Ben Stramberg in there. Again, we're in our second year. We branched off from Van Meter, Earlham. We were combined.
Okay.
So that's why you've never really heard of Earlham as a standalone program. But, you know, we had record numbers of AAU district qualifiers. We've got four guys here vying for top of the stand, not top of the stand, but on the medal stand. I think we're in 5th place right now. So
that's epic, dude. I'm glad you guys are doing good big things out there. I mean, I started seeing them, and all of a sudden, now they're top 5 right now in the team race.
Yeah, we're right ahead of Underwood at 34, tied with Underwood, and that's kudos to Ben Stramberg and company there.
So down here on mat 4, we got Braden Schaefer's out of South Warren. And then we got Jesse Lewis out of West Sioux Hardin. Getting that quarterfinal started here.
Tanner R is up 5-0 on Brand Beaver.
Jesse Lewis top ranked here for the Falcons out of West Sioux. He's going quick work. Looking to step over here on the Turk.
A lot of people haven't heard of that name. Jesse Lewis is a transfer in from Nebraska. He was a Nebraska state champion last year. And, he's just turning heads left and right. People don't know who the heck he is. So West Sioux got a nice little transfer coming in there.
The border schools, man, they get the benefits of it, man.
Yeah, you would know the best out. You would understand that. Speaking of Earlham, Peyton Harger on mat 8. He's up 6-1 on Gabe Burton there in the start of the second period.
Over here on mat 3. One thing I have noticed, I was talking about during this, it seems like Class 1A, they're all bringing out singlets like that I was wearing, like these guys were wearing when I was in high school. Like Highland Riverside, they're busting out the 2000 singlets. I mean, I'm one of those guys down the state tournament, man. Like, hey, don't change what you got going for you, but at the same time, if you want to bust out some old school singlets, go for it.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes you gotta just
have some fun.
Pay some homage to the people that built the program before you. And I mean, in Class 1A, you see huge swings of programs. I mean, obviously the Don Boscos, they're always solid, right? But some of these programs have got a long history. They'll go a couple years without having anybody in the top 10 team wise, and then they'll have a good little class that comes in that freshman, and they're back at it.
I mean, one of those sneaky teams of the tournament so far, West Branch.
Yep.
I mean, they all year I've been kind of following them because a couple of area schools are in the same conference. They're blowing teams out in the conferences like high 60s points. Down here in the state tournament, they brought a gaggle of guys down here, and I mean they're showing out. And they're one of those programs too where like they were hot in like the early 2000s. They kind of died off there for a second. Now they got a quick resurgence.
Yeah.
Like you just said, it's kind of a roller coaster with these programs.
I'm gonna go grab a water quick. I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Yep,
Still
we're
learning,
back.
Still learning.
We're good.
Morris here with a 2-0 lead here over number 5 ranked Lewis, Colton Munson out of Ogden. Ogden coached by former 4-time state champion Jesse Sundell. Cascade just got a new head coach with Zach Thompson, former 4-time medalist out of Perry, Iowa, 2-time All-American out of Lawrence and UW Platteville.
Now wrestling on mat 2 at
Score 2-0 here, 18 seconds left here. Cascade fans are on their feet. They're hoping this one gets going.
Now wrestling on mat 2 at 138.
Morris has a Merkle ride here going off to the side. Over here on 4, Lewis still up 8-3 over Landon Price at Lake Mills. Down here on 6, Dawson Youngblock making quick work, another freshman.
Yeah.
This dude, I mean, he's put together as a freshman already.
I mean, he pinned Rowdy Neighbor at the Night of Conflict in spring. Really kind of everyone knew who he was. He won
Every state title.
Every state title, AAU. Now he's coming in the high school scene. Definitely one to watch, pound for pound. Probably in the top 10 in the state right now.
I tell you what, he's one of those kids. I mean, Don Bosco's got a freshman class that within probably next year, they could probably be in the national rankings. Big reversal here on 3 for Munson, taking a 3-2 lead here. Minute 43 left here in the second. So far, Tony, how's the week been for you?
We've got a good crew here. Obviously, you and Jimmy on the call. Been a blessing for me just to not have to worry about the play-by-play. This has been a new thing here at I Wrestle that we're calling every session. It's not easy to be up here. You guys doing every single session. It's a lot of hours. It's people need to say thank you.
There's 2 on Morris. He's up 4-3 over Munson of Ogden. Morris got double spurs in.
Minute left in that match.
Down here on 5, we got Jackson Larson out of Don Bosco taking on Caleb Schwennen out of Gretinger Terrell. Schwennen up 4-2 right now. He's getting back points too. Schwennen is going to walk away here, getting a date for tomorrow night in the semifinals of the Dog Bone. Big old flex out of him. Down on 6, we got McHugh out of we got Holden Mathis out of MFL Marmac taking on Gabe Brisker. Dude, you've been around this wrestling game. How many Briskers are there?
How many? Holy cow.
I mean, that's not a family tree. That's a family forest, man.
There's a ton of Briskers, man.
They've been around for like the last 10 years, and it always seems like just when you think the youngest one's gone, here comes another one.
Yes.
So down here on 5 coming up, I think we're going to get it. So Gabe Brisker and Holden Mathis here. I think we got another Brisker coming up on 5. Currently, right now on mat 3, Morris holds a 4-3 lead going into the third period. He's going to choose down. Brock Morris looking to make his second state semifinal appearance in his 2 appearances down at the state tournament. He goes big. He goes roll. He's looking to sit the hips high. Nothing yet.
Now wrestling on mat 5 at 132 pounds.
Brody Brisker here on mat 5.
There's that tree.
Dad's probably sitting there. He doesn't know what match to watch.
Now wrestling.
Big Kevin down there. Pack 739, is it? Club he runs?
Pack 732?
711?
There's a lot of numbers in there, yeah. Hey,
Great hats, though.
Love them. Yeah, they do. They take care of their gear is about as fresh as X-Grain. They take care of people.
They buy from X-Grain, bro.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to give a shout out here just to Class 1A. Man, showed up. The way these sessions are, Class 3A was just a little light. Not very. I mean, we've always known Class 1A shows out, but 1A definitely is here. Not packed the building, but we got a lot of more fans here in Class 1A.
Well, we were talking about it last night. The big thing about 1A is these small towns shut down for 1, maybe 2 qualifiers. You look at some of these towns, there's probably a sign in town that says last one out, leave the lights on, or shut the lights off.
Absolutely.
And they're all down here. I mean, I know Cascade's got 1 guy down here. They brought probably 40, 50 people down here just to watch Brock Morris. 53 seconds left here in match 3. And it's the same as but then you also have the traditionals like Bosco, Lisbon, Wilton, you know, wrestling is bred in those towns. So state tournament, man, this is Christmas for them.
Absolutely. Our bar closed down in Ogden for, Jesse Sandel's mom owns the bar. Tyler Greaser's dad. So family owned bar there in town. Closed down this week, I heard. It's not something new to Class 1A, though.
How big is the town of Ogden?
I mean, we're talking, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000 people.
Okay, so it's just about the size of Cascade. Moore's out with the escape. He's got to take a 5-3 lead here with 10 seconds left. Still anyone's ball game. We've been seeing matches going all night.
Brisker got the pin over there on mat 5.
That's a big win for Wilton. Finishing up here, Brock Morris makes the semifinals in his second appearance down in the state tournament, going up a couple weight classes. Last year he had a rough year, had to reevaluate his love of the sport, and it didn't look like he missed one beat here. He's on the semifinals. Down here on 6, Gabe Brisker, he's still all tied up here at the end of the second. A lot of blood time going on here.
Jessup, Albertette, Becker will wrestle now on that 8 at 144.
Oakland Riverside in the top 10 here. West Branch, you mentioned them. They're number 9 right now in the leaderboard.
I'm kind of curious where Kemper Catholic's been coming from. They've been rolling.
Listen, the Carroll in general, the Carroll community. Obviously, we got Carroll in 3A, right?
They've had a great round too.
Yeah. So Kemper's Carroll in general's got a good youth program, and it's benefiting both programs. Been hearing some rumors of some people from Carroll going to Carroll Kemper, so it'll be interesting to see kind of how that all plays out. But then you got Wilton at 67.5, Jessup 44. So all these points are big.
This is still a 3-team race, possibly Jessup too. It all depends on the backside work here. Tomorrow with the blood round going on, we're gonna be switching to a dog bone format. We started doing that last year, man. That was sick. I think it only makes the sport of wrestling better, especially when you can focus on 2 matches during the semifinals.
Schuster coming back. Is he done?
I think he's done.
He's done. Okay.
He's cut out for it, but he's only cut out for about 3/4 of it. But I appreciate it, man. He's been grinding with me this entire time. So if you need to get rolling here, man, you can. I just want to come up and have you come up and BS a little bit. Back up here on 6, Gabe Brisker.
Yeah, I have to go down to the next match on mat 6. I got to interview Knack.
Absolutely. If you don't mind talking for a couple seconds here, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. All right, shout out to Jeremy and Schuster for doing our play-by-play here all week. Man, this is a grind. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And supporting iWrestle. We got about 50 people in the chat. Obviously, we know you can watch this on Flow Wrestling. And semifinals will be on Iowa High School Sports Network, but we'll keep you locked. We're going to be here every single session. We're not covering any specific schools, so we're here for you guys. So if you got somebody, if you're in the chat, you're looking for somebody, look an update, even if it's not even the quarterfinals or consolations, happy to give you some updates. Caleb Cook, see somebody here, Gene Cook. Teague Smith's up 1-0 at the end of the first period. We're just getting started here. So Teague Smith down here on mat 5. Cook's on top. Smith goes down. They go out of bounds. 45 seconds looks like down there. No, minute 45. Again, Teague Smith up 2-1. Quarterfinal bout at 138 pounds. We kind of got backed up a little bit. We had that 13-pound match with Hines. Now we're in the 32, 38, so should be all around the weight classes. So 4-1 now. Teague Smith is going to be up. Minute 20 left. He's on top. Now got a reversal. Gabe Brisker up 2-1. Started that third period. Down on mat 6 at 138 pounds. Minute 41 left in that match. Jaden Fredericks is up 3-0 on Carson Thompson from Underwood. 42 seconds left in the second period of that match. Mat 6 play-by-play. Brisker's up 2-1. Looks like they're going. Oh, they got blood time down there on mat 6.
A lot of blood time here.
So we got Gene Cook looking for some play-by-play down on 5. It's 4-2. Smith is up on Cook. 35 seconds left in the second period.
There's takedown there.
Should be 6-2 now. Smith leads Cook. I gotta bop down.
All right,
so,
man. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate you.
I'll try to come back after that interview.
Take your time, brother. Appreciate you. All right, we're back down here on mat 6. Brisker and Mathis. Brisker, minute 11 left here. Moving on here, back on mat 6, there's some questions going on here. Big roll through. Big wrestling here. We got 33 seconds left here on mat 6. 3-1 in favor of Brisker. Looking at over here on mat 3, we got Blake Allen out of Underwood, a name that we've heard for a long time. He's up 6-1, getting close here, going into the second period. All right, I'm single man in it here, so I'm going to do my best to keep everything up here. But, hey, we're all right here, man. Let's get it rolling. We want to play-by-play on mat 6. You got it, brother. Here we go. Brisker with the win, 5-1 over Holden Mathis out of MFL Marmac. Big win for Brisker out of Wilton. That's helping the team points out there. We got some back points going on down here on mat 4. Gets 3 near fall, back to an escape. Score 7-6 here. Big win out of Akron Westfield. 7-6 win. Jaden Fredericks. He's punching himself a ticket to Friday night's semifinal. Down here on 6. Big outside single here on mat 6. Logan Magnolia's Corbin Rice. His brother won a few state titles there for Logan Mag. He gets a big outside single. He sets up 2-0 on Zane Moldnix out of Pleasantville. Minute 39 left here in the first. Now wrestling on mat 4. We got Christopher out of Don Bosco taking on Klosterman and El Burnett in the quarterfinals here.
Now wrestling on mat number 5 at 144 pounds, Charlie White, East Sac County, Bowden White, Denver.
Starting this match off, down on mat 4. Christopher and Kolsterman. Kolsterman does big old snap down. They go over-unders. Christopher, he's got a big old shoulder brace tied up there. Down on 5, we got Denver. Bowden White taking on Charlie Vett out of East Sac County. Looking good there. Over on 3, 8-1 score right now in favor of Blake Allen of Underwood. He's going to move on to the semifinals as well. Brother of Molly Allen, state champion down at Oakland Riverside. He gets the win there. Big win for him. He moves on to the semifinals. Moving on to back on to mat 4. It's 2-1 right now in favor of Christopher over Kolsterman.
Now wrestling on mat number 3, quarterfinal 144.
Kolsterman, a junior, 50-3. Meanwhile, Christopher, freshman, 15-2. Wrestling tough here. Corbin Reese, 44-0, taking on Zane Molnix, a freshman, 45-5. These freshman records, guys, I'm telling you what, man, they are impressive. Great wrestling here so far in Class 1A. As we're approaching 138 pounds, we got 144-pound quarterfinals going on here as well. Down here on mat 5, we're rolling here. Caleb Cook, I think he did pull the win off here. I might have missed it. I apologize. We got some crowd going nuts. There's a fall for freshman. Be huge fall. Ethan Christopher. I'm hearing Don Bosco crowd above me. They're fired up. They're ready to rock. He is fired up back there. Big win there for the Dons. That's a good-looking sweatshirt there, brother. We're rolling here, man. Don Bosco, I'm telling you what, man, they got a freshman crop. I'm telling you, they're gonna have one of the better classes here in about 4 years. The way that these freshmen are rolling, and we're just getting started. Down here on mat 3, we got Tiernan Boots out of Lisbon taking on Colt Knack out of North Tama. Knack up 4-1 here, 37 seconds left here in the first period. Solid wrestling going on here. Down here on 6, Reese still got a 5-0 lead here in the second period. Down on 4, we got Starmont's top ranked Colton Moyer. He's out of Starmont taking on Carter Metcalf out of Pleasantville. Moyer's been top ranked all year. Had a great showing out of the Fargo tournament here out in this summer. One of the big things here, man, you got to understand, you got to wrestle in the offseason. You be considered here winning a state title. Moyer in on a high crotch there, and he's looking for back points. He might have found himself a cradle. Moyer kind of helping revamp that Starmont legacy, looking back in the 80s. The Stryker brothers out of Starmont went on to do great things. Doug Stryker, the head coach of Linn-Mar. Moyer, tough as they come, man. Looking at his record right now, he's 43-1 as a sophomore, and he's taking on Carter Metcalf, a senior, 42-6, and he's up 2-0 right now on Moyer or on Metcalf. There's the escape, 2-1. Both on their feet. Moyer bouncing on his feet. He's feeling loose. He's feeling himself. He's ready to rock here. Boom. Metcalf with a fake. Moyer met that right away with a down block go behind. Another snap here. All right, looking over here, Colt Knack up 4-3 right now, and Tiernan Boots out of Lisbon. Looks like we got a minute 28 here left in the second period. Down on 5, Close one. Bowden White up 5-4 in the second period. He's looking for back. He got a set of swipes there out on top. He's up 7-4 here to end the second inning.
Lisbon now wrestling on mat number 2 at 157. Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 157.
Moving on here.
Jackson first score. Woodbury Central.
Moving on mat 2. Fresh match over here on mat 2. We got Gabe Hollop out of Lisbon taking on Angelo Wittenberg out of North Mahaska. Can someone give me a thumbs up just to make sure that's out here listening right now, just to make sure that we're still listening, or you guys can still hear me clear? All I need is a thumbs up, or we got you, Worm. Either one, I appreciate it either way. Worm Buffelli here on the call for IA Wrestle. Ooh, big whip over here from Lisbon, Ben Hollop, or Gabe Hollop. Nothing there, but he's going body lock again. Another big headlock. This time, Wittenberg catches, rolls through it, gets the 2. Muller here up 9-2, pulling away here in the quarters off Carter Metcalf at 100 with a minute 40 or minute 9 left here in the second, and he's looking for back points. Crowd's going nuts right now. Looks like down here on mat 8, North Cedar Stanwood, Nate Wood pushes himself into the blood round tomorrow night. Tough kid. Got beat first round. He's rolling through it. Meanwhile, Gabe Hollop down here from Lisbon, he's about to get the fall, and he gets the fall. Lisbon, we're rolling here. We got a pumped up coach. I think that might be his dad, too.
Henson, Martinsdale St. Mary's, Radke, Missouri Valley, now wrestling on mat number 8 at 150.
Back down here on 4, Muller running a real deep Turk. Still no swipes, but that Turk, he's in full control of it. Down here on 5, Bowden White from Denver. He's going to take this win 10-4. He's moving on to the semifinals for Denver.
Cooper Gates, West Branch. Kimball of Don Bosco, Gates of West Branch, now wrestling on mat number 2 at 165. Now wrestling on mat number 5, quarterfinals at 150. Reese Klosterman, Alburnett, David Moore, Riverside, Oakland.
Looks like coming up on mat 5, we got another Klosterman out of Alburnett. Reese Klosterman taking on Taven Moore out of Highland Riverside. Taven Moore had a great night yesterday. Let's see him rolling through here. Down on 7. It looks like we got Nolan Kriegel, the freshman out of Iowa Valley. We've been following him. He's wrestling Shaden Washburn out of Alburnett. Big shout out to one of my best friends, Kyle Beaver, making sure our audio's still good. Shaden Washburn, though, with a big mat return there on mat 7. He gets the go-ahead takedown here for the Alburnett Pirates. Tell you what, I've been watching this Nolan Kriegel the entire time. I really want to see how he's doing, but Shaden Washburn, he's deciding that, you know what? Easy freshman, he's got to earn his spot here. Keep rolling here going into the blood round. Over here on 4, Keaton Moeller from Starmont. He's going to walk off this mat here. Oh, no, he's got about a minute 23 left. I thought they hit zeros there. He's up 12-2 here on the senior Carter Metcalf out of Pleasantville. Moeller just feeling himself. He is just wrestling like a bat out of hell. Down on 6, we got Jordan Dunsbury out of Wilton taking on Colin Holm out of South Winneshack. Over on mat 5, Reese Kosterman, he is up 2-0 right now over Taven Moore out of Oakland Riverside. Minute 20 left here in the first period. Just some good wrestling across the board. Meanwhile, back on their feet over mat 7, Nolan Kriegel. They go both on their feet. Both these two 55 or 57 pounders, they're long and lanky. Looks like Washburn has a little bit more muscle dexterity here than Kriegel, but Kriegel also being a freshman probably still hasn't really figured out the weight room yet. But I'm assuming Dad knows how to run a weight room, producing powerhouses like Jacob Krakow coming out of Iowa Valley. Shout out to my boy there. Meanwhile, on 5, Reese Kolsterman, he's got Taven Moore on his back. He's got his feet still inbound. They're still looking for the fall, and they might get it here. We're going college rules here still. Toes in the mat. All he's got to do is probably put a little bit more pressure on that shoulder, and it's getting deeper as he goes. And there's the fall for Reese Kolsterman for El Burnett. Big bonus points there in the quarterfinals. El Burnett's rolling right now. We got an injury time here. Pretty big return probably. So they're taking injury time here, making sure everyone's looking over.
At 165, Kyle Kavoshek, South Wenatchee. Quinn McGale, NFL Marmac. Kavoshek, South Wenatchee. McGale, NFL Marmac. Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 165. Now wrestling on mat number 5. Quarterfinals at 157. Caden Baxter, AHSTW. Will Buckle, Underwood. Baxter, AHSTW. Buckle of Underwood. Now wrestling on mat number 5. Quarterfinals at 157.
We're rolling here on that injury time. Looks like everyone's back on their feet, safe. That's all that matters. Over here on 6, we got Colin Holm and Jordan Dunsbury. Holm up 2-0 here at the end of the first period. Meanwhile, on mat 4, we got Kyler Knack Jr. out of Don Bosco taking on Jackson Carey. If you guys don't know Kyler Knack after this summer, you guys been living under a rock. This kid went on winning the Triple Crown, won a national title in folk style, then doubled up on Fargo, getting double stop signs, actually going triple stop signs, getting a junior or cadet national title in Greco and a cadet national title in freestyle. He's only a junior. He's committed to UNI, and he hasn't looked back since this year. He is as tough as they come. 25-0 junior. Meanwhile, down on mat 2, Andrew Kimbrell, senior, 33-6. He's got a 3-0 lead up for Bosco, taking on Cooper Gates out of West Branch, sophomore, 31-3. Knack definitely coming off of that upset here in the first round last night. Real nail biter there. Meanwhile, down on mat 8, we got Quinn McKeo Jr., 32-11 out of MFL Marmac. He's wrestling Kyle Kubashek out of Southwind. Those guys are practically next door neighbors up in northeast Iowa. So they've probably seen each other a time or two. So they're rolling here as well. Meanwhile, back on mat 5, still scoreless here, a minute into this quarterfinal at 157 pounds. All the matches I'm seeing on the whole, everything's kind of lining up just like they were here during the 3A sessions. During 2A, things were getting a little lopsided, so they started flowing matches out. But it looks like everything's kind of close right now. So it looks like we're going to be rolling here all the way through. Hopefully everyone kind of stays on their same mats. Guys in the quarterfinals, they win. They move on to the blood round tomorrow while the semifinals are going on. And then they'll do another round of consolation during that as well, just to get that consolation semifinal set up here Saturday morning. They'll wrestle that consolation semifinal Saturday morning, and they'll be good to go there. Over on 8, still scoreless after the first inning. Meanwhile, down on mat 7, Shaden Washburn up 6-1 over to the freshman Nolan Kriegel. Washburn, a junior, 40-15. Wild, still wild to me. El Burnett rocking 55 matches this year. But they go to a lot of dual tournaments. They get a lot of duels where they're wrestling 3-4 dual meets a night. So those add up. But for a kid like Shaden Washburn, you know, he gets beat in the first round. He's rolling through. Same as Nolan or Kriegel winning that first match to get into the tournament. Both these boys are tough. Kriegel trying to look for a body throw here. Washburn meets him here with an overhook. About 19 seconds left. Kriegel went big, comes up short. Washburn gonna get the back points as time runs out. Shaden Washburn gonna get the 11-1 win, getting the major for the Pirates of El Burnett. And they're rolling in here right now. It's gonna be a race, I think, between El Burnett, Bosco here coming up here tomorrow. Down here on 2, we got Matthias Cole, 23-5 senior out of Lisbon, Iowa. He's taking on Regan Witt of St. Ansgar. Cole catches a headlock right away. Cole wants to sit that through. He's got plenty of time, and he's got room. He's got to keep walking towards the head. He's got plenty of time. Take his time, walk towards the head. Getting real tough here. He's looking for the fall, and I think he's going to get it here. Down here on the backside, Lisbon gets the fall. Matthias Cole getting the fall there at 165 pounds, senior. He'll be moving on to the blood round tomorrow night. Down here on 4, Kyler Knack with the fall. Big fall there for Kyler Knack. He moves on. He's 25-0. He's my pick right now for the wrestler of the year class 1A. Meanwhile, I'm at 6. There's the fall. Or there's near fall as time runs out here in the third. Colin Holm going to walk off the mat 43-2 with a 10-0 win over Jordan Dunsbury, who was 49-3. Tough matches here in the constellations. Big old throw here on 5. Doesn't get the back points, but it was a big old whip there. Down on 3, we got Wapsie Valley. Caden Decker taking on Owen Laughlin and Shenandoah. We're rolling just fine here, man. We're killing it. Down on mat 4, starting off that, we got Wyatt Vanderwerf out of Jessup. He's taking on Kellen Smith out of West Britt Hancock. Looks like Smith with a go-ahead takedown here, first 15 seconds in. Easton Crawl out of Wapsie Valley. Them Crawl boys are tough up there. He's taking on Danny Kinsella out of Trainer. Meanwhile, down on 6, that's Crawl and Kinsella. Meanwhile, up on 3, Decker gets the takedown wiped away, but he's still pushing forward, looking for that takedown. We got some good wrestling going on here. Down here on 6, still scoreless here. A minute left here in the first. Then down here on 5, we got Caden Baxter out of AHSTW. He's taking on Will Buckhold out of Underwood.
Louis Curtis to the head table, please. Louis Curtis to the head table.
We're rolling along here. We got some good wrestling going on. We got some big wrestling going on here, guys. I kind of catch myself watching too much of it. Here we go. We got near falls coming down here on 4. Kellen Smith with a Easton tilt there. He gets 3 back points here. He's up 5-0. Close out the first period. Meanwhile, down on mat 6, still scoreless after 2. Big mat return there down on 3. Big double leg coming out of mat 5. Big old blast through. He still has a wizard. He's coming up to the head. Down on mat 5. Looks like Baxter. Nothing scored off of it. They call it potentially dangerous there. Meanwhile, down on mat 1, we got Hunter Sauer up 1-0 over Tate Barrett out of Kemper Catholic. We got a big old team race here going, guys. We're gonna roll through it. We're rolling through the top 8 here. We're on 7 and 8 here. Once we get a fresh set here, I'm gonna be able to tell you guys the scores here. Big win on mat 5 for Caden Baxter. He moves on to the semifinals tomorrow night. Meanwhile, down here coming up on mat 5, we got Clay Willenbush out of East Buck. He's taking on Lincoln Bleckendorfer out of Central Springs. Bleckendorfer had that big win over Don Bosco in round 1. We're at 190 here on the Concy sides, getting called up. Down here on 8, it's all tied up. 8 apiece going into the 30-second ride out here. McHugh doing his best to hang on here. He's trying to put in a tough ride. Goes deep waist. Looking to break hips here. Gives up the escape. This is the second overtime, so he's got to think of something here real quick. They're both on their feet. 5-4 with 6 seconds left. He's just hanging on to a hand fight here, not really pushing the pace, not looking for any action. All right, now it's McHugh's turn here at 165 pounds. He gets out. Then they go into the ultimate ride-out tiebreaker. Kubishek, tough on top here. But McHugh looking the big standout here. Kubishek answers back with a nice mat return. He's got a half in. His time runs out. Kubishek pulls off the win. He moves on to the blood round. He's pretty fired up. He's helping up McHugh. Good sportsmanship there. We like good sportsmanship just as much as we like tough wrestling. Meanwhile, down on mat 5, Clay Willenbush to East Buck. He's up 5-0. Willenbush, he's a junior, 35-9. Up 5-0.
Mat number 8 at 175, George Martin England of Lennox. Caden Van Meer, Panorama.
We're rolling here. We're doing pretty dang good. We're at 175 here on mat 8. We got 190s out here too.
Now wrestling on mat number 7. 175 pounders, Cody Jacobson, Ridgeview. Will Aitchison, Regina, Iowa City. Jacobson of
Wildenbush, big old lift there
Regina,
out of a double.
Now wrestling on mat number
Out of time there in the end of the first period. Down here on 6, third period. Kinsella from Trainer. He's up 3-1, 18 seconds left here in the third period, 15 seconds. They get a fresh start. I think Krall's going to try looking to push the pace here. He's looking to move here. He's got to get something going here. He's got about 9 seconds. He's just kind of hanging in the hand fight. You got to tell you what, man. One of my bigger pet peeves. You're down 15 seconds. You're down by a takedown. You gotta start unloading the clip, man. You gotta let it go. Down here, no one's patting you on the back by losing by 1. Go out on your shield. Meanwhile, Wildenbush from East Buck, he's got a cradle. He got himself some near falls. He's now up 10-1. 20 seconds left.
Now wrestling at number 6, quarterfinals of 165. Ryan Stiles, Erwin. Justin Wirtz, Emmitsburg. Stiles of Erwin, Wirtz of Emmitsburg. Now wrestling on mat number 6, quarterfinals of 165.
We're at 165 here, up on mat 3. That match just starting the first takedown right away. John McGill out of Colfax Mingo. He gets the go-ahead takedown here in the first period.
Now wrestling on mat number 4, quarterfinals of 175. Caden Knack, Don Bosco. Jaden Dickerson, Shenandoah.
All right, down here on mat 4, Knack out of Don Bosco, the older brother of Caden Knack. He is 30-4 senior. He's taking on Jaden Dickerson of Shenandoah. Nothing against. Looking at these records, I mean, you know, Don Bosco, they're going out and they're looking for big matches here. So one of those losses right away, Knack in on the takedown. Tough job on top.
Kunkel of Hinton, Nelson of Underwood. Now wrestling on mat number 5, quarterfinal of 165.
Big tough wrestling here out of Knack. 2-0, goes to the optional cut. He's going to pop probably right back into a high crotch here if I'm a betting man. He's got a real good head of hands defense. Goes knee pull. Shenandoah set into the corner. As Knack takes a single leg, takes it over his head. Looks to hook the bottom leg here. They're rolling. Oh, we got a little toss action going here on 6, but they got themselves back up. He was trying to go for another throw. Nothing there. Down on mat 6, Ryan Stiles of Earlham taking on Justin Wirtz of Emmitsburg. Emmitsburg, the junior, 39-2. Ryan Stiles, 37-6. We got a fall cooking over here on mat 7 for the Regina Regals. Will Aitchison with the fall. He's 13-8. He's moving on to the blood round 2. Tomorrow night, blood round. We're still rolling here. Knack coming out of the back door. There's a takedown on 2 for Knack. Tell you what, this Wildenbush out of East Buck, he got it rolling here.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 of 190, Blake Bertu, Ridgeview. Tanner Thurn, East Buchanan. Bertu of Ridgeview. Thurn, East Buchanan. Wrestling on mat number 7 at 190.
IA wrestles here with us, so they always hang out with us. So IA wrestles here with us, but everybody else is kind of bailing on us.
Well, I know, we're grinding here, man.
Kind of lonely here at the top.
Oh. High above Wells Fargo Arena here tonight. We started here about 9 o'clock this morning. We're on day 2 of the state tournament. We're at the halfway point of the state tournament, one of my favorite times of the year. feeling pretty good. Right now, Wilton's in third place. Jessup, well, they got a strong lead on Jessup by about 25 points in third place. So right now, it's a three-dog race between, I believe, El Burnett, Bosco, and Wilton. Kind of curious to see where 1, 2 are sitting at right now. Missed them on the roll through, but there is a big old gap there between 3 and 4. So it's a three-dog race here as we're coming through the quarterfinals here. These guys here on 65, man, they're gunning after these tosses. Over on 5, 2-1 in favor of Maddox Nelson out of Underwood against Jackson Knockel of Hinton. Tied up 2-2 here now. Quick escape. Got a minute 22 left here in the second. There's the fall down here on mat 2 for Jacob Bishop out of Hinton. He gets a W. He moves on tomorrow night. Like I said, nice thing about this new format schedule, these guys, you know, they're wrestling late night, you know, 9 o'clock at night, but they're going to have, you know, a solid 20, 22 hours to get ready to go here tomorrow, some of the bigger matches of their careers. Takedown here on mat 5, score 4-2 in favor of Maddox Nelson of Underwood.
Wyatt Hanna, Lake Mills, Aiden Sullivan, National Plainfield. Hanna of Lake Mills, Sullivan, National Plainfield. Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 2:15.
Down here on 6, still rolling, tied ball game here. About a minute 10 left here in the third. Big old wizard coming out of Earlham. He's still looking for that throw on Emmitsburg. He's not afraid to throw his hips in. But I think Emmitsburg's doing a really good job. He's aware of what he's powerful of. Down here on 4, Caden Knack. He's still up 10-4 on Jaden Dickerson out of Shenandoah. Minute 32 left here in the third. Knack on bottom. Earlham with a big old lift. 2 and possible back points. He sank a half in, and he's rolling through that. He gets himself a set of near falls. All of a sudden pulls this match 5-1. The Earlham faithful here, they're getting loud. Looking on the escape there, 5-1. Emmitsburg looking in on the shot. He answers back with a quick takedown, 5-4. We got a fired up win there.
Mat number 8 at 190. Ryan Wirtz, Emmitsburg. Bryce Wiskus, Kemper Catholic. Wirtz of Emmitsburg. Wiskus, Kemper Catholic. Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 190.
Big win for Earlham. He moves into the semifinals. Ryan Stiles, big win for him. Coming up here on mat 6.
Now wrestling on mat number 3. Quarterfinals of 175.
We got
Chase Nelson Brown, Emmitsburg. Zach Robbins of Trainer.
over here on 4, Shenandoah looking like he's trying to get a cradle here. There's 10 seconds left. He gets a 2. He's up 11, or he's down 11-6 on Caden Knack. He's gonna hang out on top. Caden Knack advances to the semifinals tomorrow night. Then over here on mat 6, we got Gatlin Rogers. He's a sophomore out of Wilton. He's taking on Titus Evans. Undefeated 28-0. Evans in on a shot right away. And you can tell a sophomore over a senior. Evans takedown with backs. There's a 2 near fall there. Going up 4-0 right away. Evans trying to lock up a cradle here.
West Hancock Grit, Kyle Bucknell, Jessup. Kelly of West Hancock, Bucknell of Jessup. Now wrestling on mat number 4.
Down on 7.
175.
Tanner Thurn and Blake Martle out of Ridgeview. Tanner Thurn out of East Buck. They're locked in at 2 with 1:30 left. Meanwhile, as I say that, Blake Mertru, he's got a Saturday night ride in on a Thursday night. He's looking to settle that in. There's the fall. Big win for the Ridgeview Raptor. He moves on to tomorrow night. Now on 4,
Attention 285 pounders.
Kyle Bucknell. He's 44-4. Going Jessup.
Finals at 285. Your quarterfinal matches could be assigned to any mat. Please listen for your mat assignment.
It sounds like here, quarterfinals, we're going to get possibly rolling the next any available mat. Evans here on mat 6 got a tight cradle. He's looking to get the fall. Doesn't get it. Gets 3 near fall though, but gives up a reversal. Now scores 9-4 in favor of Evans out of Nashville Plainfield. Meanwhile though, he refines the cradle, just mooses him over, looking for the fall here. He's got to settle back a little bit, maybe calm down a little bit. Gets 2 near fall off the turn. He's going in 13-4 here with 9 seconds left in the first period. Big fall on mat 5. McCade Blocker out of North Butler. He's been lights out this entire tournament. He's 37-0 senior. He's rolling. Big old pin there. So now we're moving to 2:15 quarterfinals. We got Spites out of Mac Valley, or Bradley Davis coming up on Mac Valley versus Kyler Salas, the freshman out of Don Bosco. Brady Davis been ranked number 1 all year. Meanwhile, down on 7, we got Matt Lund and Indy Ferguson out of Lisbon. Brady Davis, not freshman, I apologize. He's a senior, 39-3 out of Mac Valley Delhi, taking on the freshman, 28-3. This is one of those matches you want to see, a freshman at 215 taking on a senior at 215. Let's see where this pans out. Davis right in on an underhook, kind of stalking him out. Evans with the fall for Nashville Plainfield. He's rolling into the quarters here. Or he's rolling in the semis tomorrow night. Down on 4, still 2-0. Favor of Jessup. 2-1 now. We're almost there, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're rolling here. To be honest, I'm running on fumes, but hey, get tough season. Tate Peach coming up here on mat 6 for Iowa Valley. And he's about to take on Nathan Bites out of Mac Valley, another top-ranked wrestler for the Wildcats. Mac Valley, they have about 3 or 4 guys that have been ranked in the top 5 all year, and they're both on consecutive mats right now on mats 5 and mat 6. So the Delhi faithful sights there on the takedown right away.
Now wrestling on mat number 1.
Over here on 5, still scoreless here. Salas in on the takedown, but Davis meets it with a front head. Score 2-0 in favor of Bites out of Mac Valley. He's 43-2. Meanwhile, Davis gets the go-ahead takedown here. About 18 seconds left here in the first. He's got a bar. He's going to try making quick work. He's got 12 seconds left. He's jumping sides on the half. He's rolling through. He's getting back points. He might still get it here with short time. He's going to possibly run out of time, but hey, he's getting some back points. He goes Saturday Night Ride, no points. Got himself a set of 3. Davis needs to take a big breath down. Meanwhile, down here on mat 8, the hero out of Kemper Catholic finds himself in a throw again. He gets the throw. He's looking for the fall here. The crowd from Kemper Catholic, they are loud. Over here on mat 8, he has just found himself in some matches here, folks. Again, he was down, hits a throw, gets a pin. That's been the story of the young man out of Kemper Catholic's season so far, Bryce Wiskus. He's a senior, 36-9. Both matches he was down here on the backside last night, and he came back, rallied back, get the win, and he is rolling through it. Tell you what, man, Kemper Catholic, their faithful are loud and proud. Win over here on mat 3. Jace Brown out of Emmetsburg. He's going to the semifinals tomorrow night. Big pin over on mat 1. Tyler Schirnbacher of Westwood Sloan, he gets the pin. Meanwhile, Brady Davis out of Mac Valley, the senior, with the fall in the second period. He advances to the semifinals. Big win there for the Wildcat out of Maquoketa Valley Delhi. Meanwhile, his teammate, Nathan Bites, he's up 4-2 right now, going in the second period. Bites on bottom. He chooses bottom. Peach with the big mat return. Still 4-2.
Now wrestling on mat number 1,
now over here on mat 1, another Mac Valley Wildcat in the quarterfinals, Aiden Salo, 39-3. He's taking on Trenton Warner, 47-2. These boys are this Wildcat upperweight, man. It's a 3-pack combo here. Throw in a 2-piece and a biscuit while you're at it. Down here on 3,
now wrestling on mat number 4.
we got Landon Fernandez, the senior out of Don Bosco, 28-2. He's taking on Tate White. Ooh, we got big body lock here on 5.
Now wrestling on mat number 4, quarterfinal at 190.
Down on 4, we got Loudon Huesna out of Waco Wayland, and he's taking on Tate Hefner out of Southwest Valley. Both these boys, Huesna 35-0, Hafner 42-4. Peach got a bar here down on mat 6, and he's looking for the turn. He's going to get it. One quick swipe. 1, 2. He's getting his swipes here. 18 seconds left. He's got a full set of 3. Nate Byetz up 4-2, just gives up a set of back points. Now all of a sudden it's 5-4 at the end of the second period. And it's Peach's choice. He's choosing bottom. Bites deciding he's going to put them both on their feet. The junior out of Mac Valley, he's got some work to catch up now. He's got to get himself a takedown here. Big old takedown here on 3. Out of bounds. They give him the 2, but nothing out of bounds after the back points. Scoreless over on 1 in the quarterfinal over there. We're starting to see no more mats coming up, so these mats are going to start shutting down here, or we're going to start moving mats across the board.
285-pounders, Aiden McFadden and Baxter, Cody Kepke of Denver. McFadden and Baxter, Kepke of Denver. Mat number 7, 285-pounders.
Salo starts going big step up from behind. He's out. He gets his 1. Minute 44 left here in the second for the Mac Valley Wildcat heavyweight. Meanwhile, it's a 7-6 match here. Seitz has himself a takedown, but Peach decides he was going to scoop the leg and go to a little cutback, legal cutback. It was legal, but they go out of bounds with it. Seitz, though, has him in his sights. Looks like he's chasing down. He's got an overhook. He's got a nice underhook here. He's got to go to work, though. He's got about a minute. He's looking for a toss. He gets the cow catcher. There's two. Seitz from Mac Valley up 8-7 now. 55 seconds here. Both these boys, they're scrapping. And you know what? Seitz just says, you know what? We're going back on our feet, tying it up here, 55 seconds. Seitz real confident in his takedown game. He knows, he feels like he's won more of the battle on his feet than he has on top or bottom. And he gets in on a leg again, and he's running out of bounds. And there's two, but they call it out of bounds. Seitz is okay though. He's rolling here. He's been on Peach's legs here about 4 or 5 times here in the last 30 seconds. So he's kind of picking his shots here. Controlling an underhook, pulling the snap down. Still anyone's ball game. Seitz again, 2. They go out of bounds. He is dragging his feet right on the edge of the mat. That's got to be his 4th takedown that slides out of bounds. Peach is starting to lose focus. I know Coach Kriegel right now, he is looking frustrated in the corner. Again, in on another shot, gives up the takedown with 19 seconds left. I tell you what, man, score right now for Mac Valley. I mean, Salo's up 1-0 here in the quarters on mat 1. Seitz pushes himself in the semifinals. Brady Davis is in the semifinals. Now it's all tied up on 1. I'm following this Mac Valley train here right now. This combo of 195, 190, 215 in heavyweight. I tell you what, boys, this is a 3-pack combo, and they are killing it right now. So I want to see how this rolls. They just are rolling right now, man. They've been ranked top 10 in the tournament team pretty much all year based off the merits of these three wrestlers, their upper weights. I think they're pretty down low. They're not, I mean, they have some low numbers down low, but right now they're making up for it big time here. They're making the small town of Delhi pretty happy right now. Meanwhile, Salo, whoa, big old roll through. Salo ends up on top. They go out of bounds.
215-pounders, quarterfinals, Eli Green.
Trenton Turner, 47-2, taking on Aiden Salo, Mac Valley. I just want to check my numbers here real quick, see if I'm not missing anything. At 2, Aiden Salo ranked 3rd, Trenton Warner ranked 8th. So you look at this, Brady Davis at 215 was ranked 3rd. Bites is ranked 2nd for Mac Valley. Snow is ranked 3rd. So all 3 of these boys from Mac Valley, they are working their tails off here.
Jace Henderson, MBA, OCOU. Derek Hilsenbeck, Foxy Valley.
Salo doing a really good job in over-unders here. Got a minute 20 left here in the ball game. Down here on mat 4, Waco Wayland's Hoesna, he's up 8-3, currently undefeated. Down on 1, they're going to overtime. Another takedown here, 10-3. Waco Wayland Warriors, coached by former Columbus Junction state champion Seth Pugh. Waco Wayland last state champion, or one of those last state champions they had, Eric Davis, one of my college roommates. You know, Waco, I tell you what, man, there's nothing there but a bar and a post office. Really good food there at the bar. I've been there a time or 2. They treat their wrestling pretty seriously down there in Waco. So to see Hoesna come along, ooh, nasty slide by Hoesna, up 12-4. He's looking tough. 15 seconds left here. He's pushing himself into the semifinals with ease. 10 seconds left. Meanwhile, this heavyweight match, they're going into double overtime here on mat 1 in this quarterfinal. I'm gonna hang on here just so I can catch the 2:15 quarterfinal between Jack Highland of Bellevue and Eamon out of Nottoway Valley. Salo takes the loss as time runs out. In overtime, big upset there. Trenton Warner puts an end to the night for the Mac Valley Wildcats. Hoping to see them get all 3 in the semis. That would have been epic. But hey, everyone still has an opportunity to medal. Down here on mat 4, we got Jack Highland out of Bellevue, a little small town on the Mississippi River. Wow, there goes 7-7 tie ball game here. Going into 32 seconds left here in the third here for Don Bosco's Landon Fernandez and Tate White on Nashua Plainfield. Then down here on mat 5, Cody Fox, East Buck, and Peyton Jacoby out of ACDC. Big shot from Fernandez. He gets the go-ahead takedown. Nope, nothing yet. He's sitting in the corner. Down here on 4, Bellevue, Jack Highland, returning, took 5th place last year at the state tournament. He's looking to punch his ticket to the semifinals. He's got a tough task ahead of him. He's taking on a sophomore, Ashton Honnell, a sophomore, 46-2. Highland, a senior, 35-9. At one point, Highland was ranked number 1 this season, but 215, man, this year it's been an absolute buzzsaw. All these guys are just scrapping it out. Real impressive stuff. Highland trying to be the first state semifinalist since 1989 for the little small town of Bellevue, Iowa. Last year he took 5th place state by doing some backside work. The Anamosa faithful, they're pulling up. Nottoway Valley, right in front of me. They got a crowd. Bellevue's got a crowd on the other side of the gym, the arena. 32 seconds left here in the first. Cody Fox with a big reversal there over on mat 5. The Buccaneer trying to lock up a cradle here while we're at it. Fox, I do believe, is a relative of 4-time state champ Ben Keeter. So you can tell they make them big and athletic in that family. Gotta hate to see that grocery bill in the Fox household. All of them boys were heavyweights. Takedown here for Nottoway Valley. Arnold. 2-0 here, end of the second. End of the first. Highland with a spiral ride. He wants now score 3-0 in favor of Nottoway Valley's Honnold. Honnold up 5-0 now on Bellevue. Down here on 6, it looks like Eli Green on I-35.
Now wrestling on mat number 6.
He's getting the W there. He's going to the semis. Meanwhile, up on 3, Emmett Fleshman taking on David Smith. They're scoreless in the second period.
On the mat for this session.
Running short time here. Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's been a grind today. We got 2 more days of this, so if you guys are still here with me, and I hope you guys buckle up and enjoy the ride. Cody Fox over here on mat 5. He's got the fall. There's the fall. Fox moving into the semifinals. Big old pin. He's got the Buck crowd riled up here. Looks like half of Winthrop's here, maybe 3/4 of it. So with that, we're gonna sign off. We're gonna sign off here after this match. I owe it to the Bellevue community. Stay on here, listening at home. Highland down 5-1. Hanold hits a Merkel. Goes 2. Score 7-1. End of the second period. Bellevue's choice. Highland chooses bottom. Two minutes left here. Hanold doing a real tough job of the spiral ride. Looking to catch wrist. Catches a wrist. Now he has trying to look for a half here. (7-2) here in the third period. For Hanold, the sophomore out of Nottoway Valley, 46-2. He's up 7-2 here. Minute left here in the third. He's trying to still look for double overs. 3 matches left here. The arena is getting kind of quiet, but there's still a group of people here. You can tell the Alburnett crowd's still here. East Buck's starting to pan out here a little bit. Zach McCool and Jamie Vasky, they're still hanging out in front of me. They're rolling. (9-2) in favor of Honnold as we're winding down here. There's the cut. 9-3. Highland needs to find something big here. 24 seconds. He's just going to go heavy hand fight. Meanwhile, beautiful little pass by into a single leg. Sweeps the leg. There's the takedown. 11-3 in favor of Honnold. And Honnold is going to be moving on to the quarterfinals tomorrow, or the semifinals tomorrow. 8 seconds left. Potentially dangerous. Down here on 6, we got a fall cooking up here. Then over on 1, it's all tied up at heavyweight. Emmett Fleshman and David Smith out of West Hancock, they're tied at 1 here with 34 seconds left. Honnold, the sophomore, punches himself a ticket on the medal stand into the semifinals tomorrow night. With that, we're going to sign off. Appreciate you guys so much for listening. With that, I'm Worm. I got my 1. I'm out.